Speak. Good boy. Welcome to the Hard Rock Show. I'm Andrew.
I'm Nikki.
I'm Nick.
I'm Dave.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Jimmy.
Off to a flyer, clearly. Thank you for your professionalism on the end there.
Jimmy's back.
A special thank you to Warbirds. Let's hear it for Warbirds. After we get done with our special brand of stupidity, we have Damnations Day. Let's hear it for them. And a very, very special thank you to Whole Lotta Love and all the team here for having us again this time around. Let's hear it for the bar.
The bar.
Details at the bottom of the screen, unless you're here with us tonight, so tough titties for you. Please follow us on all of our social media channels. We have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all the other nonsense we're going with. We also have YouTube, so please subscribe to that for all the extra content that doesn't make it in the television cut. Thank you for doing so. We also have...
THRS Radio, Andrew, the best radio station in the world, featuring these four people in the middle doing individual shows of various stupidity.
And quality.
And quality.
Various quality levels, yes. Okay. So please plug your shows while you're here.
Summer in Time, Nikki 666, Sunday 6 p.m.
The School of Hard Rock, Thursday nights 8 p.m. Returning this week for 2019.
Rock is Dead, Saturday nights 8:30.
Meltdown, Mondays, 8, when I get around to it.
Which is probably not likely anytime soon. No. We also have a Patreon page out there, so please support us via that if you'd be so kind. We also have sponsor packs available for those that want to help us out. Whoa, as the lights go off. Awesome. We're in the dark. It's pretty much how we do things in general anyway. All right. Just like normal. Everything goes very smoothly.
See the important people.
All right. We are back again on Saturday, February the 9th for our Anthrax versus Slayer battle episode, so more on that coming soon. We're here tonight to do our top 10s of 2018, but Jimmy has put in a request to go first with an opening statement, so we're going to throw it to him to open things up.
Thank you, Andrew. And just as well the light is here and people can see me and not you.
Gives everyone a chance to fix things up.
Yeah. No, I just very, very quickly, and I hope that you take this in the spirit that it's meant and that you air it on the show.
Here we go.
We've got a lighting issue here, but I think we're going to get it fixed, maybe.
Jimmy, you radiate enough for the whole world.
Thanks. No, what I wanted to say, right, was that this year has been... The last 2 years, I think, for the Hard Rock Show have been very, very hard for Andrew and Jody, right? Now, we know that Andrew and Jody got engaged over Christmas, so we have
to... If they didn't, they do now.
The big thing. If you don't know, people on TV, they did.
Yay!
So they're getting married. And that's going to be fun because we're all going, whether they invite us or not. No. Yes. No, I wanted to give a very special tribute to both of these people because, right, people don't know out there what this guy does and obviously what Jody does as well. Now, this guy here, puts up with, in the dark, right?
That you can't see anymore.
So he's been working a day job, so he gets up at like 5:30 in the morning. What time do you get home? About 3?
Yeah, thereabouts.
3:30. And then from 3:30 right through, pretty much 7 days a week, I think, you will find him editing, working on the show, talking to bands, sorting out shit, and Jody is obviously involved in that as well. And, you know, the last 2 years have been tough. We lost a studio and a few other bits and pieces, and the bloke just keeps going and going and going, and I think he deserves the utmost respect and praise because he works his ass off. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't all be sitting here. You guys wouldn't be here. The bands wouldn't be playing. Nothing would be happening. So I want everyone to give a big hand to Andrew and Jody as well for all the work that they both put in. Legends. That's my opening statement. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, but you're an arsehole. All right, well, now that we've got the lights back for now.
And the light came back.
Hey?
And the light came back.
Oh, I know. Just in time, there was like the halo, yeah. All right. I don't know how to follow that. Thank you very much for the kind words. I'm not good at that sort of shit, so... All right, fine, we'll get on with it. All right, on that note, anyone else got an opening statement they want to get into before we... Anything else I want to say?
Oh, without getting too into it, it's been an amazing year for music. It's been bloody hard to even put this together in my own head, let alone getting all of us together to put it together. So there you go. It's been an amazing year, been amazing albums. So anyone that's missed out and feels hard done by, I'm really sorry. But geez, there's been some good music.
It was a really hard year to put like any order or coherence or to even get the honourable mentions in, and it was there was so much good music being made, and the part of the problem was you got so many great new young bands that need some exposure, but you also got the legends still releasing quality music.
Yeah.
So you can't really fit everything that deserves to be into a top 10 list. Everything that in my top 10 list is a number one as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of like what these guys are saying. It's been an awesome year for music. This is quite possibly the hardest top 10 I've had to put together in however many years. Up until last night, I mean, God, some that made my top 10 that weren't even in it a couple of days ago. So, but also I want to thank these guys because being part of this show, I mean, I've heard so much new shit this year, which is bloody awesome, which I would not have heard had I not been exposed to these guys. So yeah, no, thank you guys, and yeah, can't wait to see what we all come up with.
Just to follow on with that, last year compared to this year, my taste changed dramatically, so that was quite a fascinating self-revelation. Can't go past what Jimmy said about Andrew and Jody and the work they do. Like, thank you to both of you for making this possible. And I just have to confess, I kind of cheated in some of the segments, and I'm definitely going to get glassed by my peers for one of them. So if I never make a show again, I love yous all.
I'm looking forward to that one.
What, to glassing her or what? Yeah. Good thing we're on community TV. Now for the long-winded version of all that nonsense. Now it's time for our top 10s of 2018, and as has been covered off, this has been a big year, and probably one of the hardest we've ever done to date. We've been doing this since 2011. It's cliche to say that every year gets harder, but I think this year it's genuinely the case. But if you'll indulge me, I'd like to run off a bit of a year in review. For the first time ever, we found a second home in Whole Lotta Love, doing special filming and events here once a month throughout the whole year. So I'd like to take this opportunity to once again thank Sasha and the whole team here for having us and for going around with us again in 2019. Let's hear it for the bar again, folks. About the only downside for us in 2018 is that we did a lot less interviews than we've done in the past. We only did about 9 or 10 this year, but there were reasons for that, losing the studio being one of them, made it a bit harder for us. But out of those interviews, 2 of those things were ones we'd never done before. We had the panel where it was the Women in Rock celebration, which was really cool, really insightful, and actually probably didn't go the way I thought it would go originally, but it ended up being a really cool discussion. And the other one, Jimmy, Horsehead. We had Horsehead here for a very special discussion piece, and we're told from you that there's more to come in 2019. Into a mic.
It's going to be huge.
Now, as has been covered off, the last year or two has been pretty up and down behind the scenes. We've persevered and produced another whole year of content for the second year in a row with no breaks. That means in total it's 104 episodes straight with no breaks or repeats taken throughout 2017, 2018. So with that, some brief stats. We completed 52 episodes, 11 of which were 2-hour specials, one of which was a 6-hour special, which was the first time we'd ever done that.
That was cool.
That means we created over 68 hours of television content and more for the online side of things, which we've been uploading to more and more often. We did say this has been a big year. In total, we've done over 300 reviews, at least 30 hot topics, some live show reviews. We introduced the mail into the show this year, as well as broadening our panel, so to speak. We've had a lot of fun along the way. And another thing worth mentioning is that for this year, we've listened to well over 3,000 songs and, again, well over 240 hours of music. So, yeah. Good luck to anyone else trying to keep up with that.
Don't tell the boss of my day job.
You are the boss of your day job. We look forward to making 2019 our biggest year yet, with one person going full-time on the show very shortly. For now, though, it's trying to compress all of that into one brief special episode, which is our top 10s of 2018, which is not an easy thing to do. Without any further ado, we'll move along. First up for this year is our favourite release that we discovered in 2018 but was not released in 2018. This could be anything from our various 2-hour special episodes that we've done over the duration. But it's anything goes as long as you discovered it for the first time within 2018 but it wasn't released within that year. Nikki?
I'm probably going to cop a lot of shit for not knowing this band before this year. I'm really sorry. My vote goes to Toxicon, and the album is called Purge, and it was released in 2016, and I was a little bit late getting on the Toxicon bus, but I fucking love it.
Nice.
Okay, there you go. I'm going to go a little bit left of centre here. It's not really a release, but really a whole genre of music. So when I was growing up, I was really into guitar playing and more the shredding and the instrumental guitar rock kind of stuff. I really got back into playing guitar this year quite a lot, quite heavily. And I met some people through the scene here, people like Con from Diamond Fox, Sean from Trigger, really, really inspired me to get back into guitar playing. So what that did for me is I went back through the old back catalogue from the 80s and 90s, especially for the Shrapnel releases, which probably Brendan will know. Things like Cacophony and Jason Becker and Impellitteri, Vinnie Moore, Joey Taffel, all these kind of bands. I've really, really got a massive kick really going back, not only like a year or two, but going back almost 30 years really into the guitar stuff. So, yeah, cheers to the guys who really helped me, and lifelong friends happening there as well, which is probably the biggest thing to come out of it.
Nice. Cool.
Like a lot of albums, this one had been on my to-listen list for a very long time. Finally actually got around to it because I had to for the review process. But Bruce Dickinson, Chemical Wedding.
Ah, nice.
That is such a good album, and I can't believe I haven't heard more of his solo stuff. Yeah. But, there's just so much to listen to, I just didn't get a chance. That's my excuse.
That was so nearly mine as well, to be honest with you, the Bruce's solo stuff, because I'd never bothered after, was it Tattooed Millionaire?
Yeah.
And I thought,
Not a good
but the
start.
few that came after that were mind-bendingly good. But, mine came as a result of the Torture episodes, which went to air at the end of last year.
Nickelback?
No, it was not Nickelback. And, some people understood the concept of the Torture episode better
Some
than
people
others.
didn't.
Nickelback, for instance.
Yep.
Some didn't, like this numb nut next to me.
Numbnuts!
Porcupine Tree, Fear of a Blank Planet. Is
What a good fucking album that is.
Incredible album. I'd never heard it in my life, and that's been in heavy rotation ever since. What an amazing album. If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's bloody incredible.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's probably even better albums in the Porcupine catalogue than that. And I'm a massive Porcupine Tree fan, and as Dave knows, so you've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole there,
Yeah,
Brendan.
it's a scary one.
Well, it's not just him because it's me too. My honourable mentions for this one are going to be Stephen Adler with Back from the Dead.
Yeah,
That was a really cool discovery. I hadn't listened to it until the past year when we did it for the Guns N' Roses special.
In all honesty, that's the best solo release from any member of Guns N' Roses. That includes Better Than Chinese Democracy.
Well, it's better than Chinese Democracy. Chinese Democracy is a piece of shit.
The Dizzy Reed album's better than... the Dizzy one's better than Chinese Democracy
The
too.
Dizzy's good too. Yeah. But also I had, which is going to get me slaughtered, I know, but Kiss Revenge. I hadn't really listened to it until we did the
Great album.
Christmas
Yeah.
special, and that was when I found that one. But the winner was like you, Porcupine Tree, Fear of a Blank Planet. Like Dave completely missed the point of a Torture episode. So did you, Nick. You didn't even get off you fucked up. Yeah.
You're both welcome.
But yeah, that's definitely a rabbit hole for that one. So that's the end of that segment. We'll move along.
There you go.
Next up is our best new discovery. This is pretty much a self-explanatory category. Pretty much the thing that in 2018 that was released in 2018 that caught you completely by surprise and just made you go, wow. It could be anything. It could be a release, a band you saw live, whatever it was. Just the best new discovery. Brendan.
Band I saw live again. We put together our Christmas episode, I think it was. Band I'd heard of for a while. I knew they'd been on the scene, but never crossed paths. And for me, it was Ironstone.
Oh, wow.
What an incredible young band those guys are, and they're going on to bigger and better things, I'm sure. What an incredible band. Never seen them live. Now I have, and I'll be following them around. They were an amazing band. Love it.
Yep.
My discovery for 2018 has to be Alien Weaponry. What a fucking amazing band they are. I put it on because it was on the rotation, on the list of albums we had to hear, and I had no idea about the band. It's just like, my God, what am I hearing? This is amazing.
Same as this man here, Alien Weaponry for mine. Look, I've got 4 words here. The future is safe. Look, these are...
Not with us, it's not.
So these are 2 15-year-old... I think it's a 3-piece or 4-piece now?
3-piece. 16 and 17, I think they are.
Yeah, so I think there's a 15, a 16, a 17-year-old old man on drums there. Awesome album. I can't... Look, download is coming up. We've got Ozzy, we've got Judas Priest, we've got all these bands on it. I'm actually hanging out to see Alien Weaponry.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Don't forget, they're teenagers. These guys, the sky's the limit for them. Just fantastic discovery.
They can get 10 years under their belt and be under them 30.
Yeah.
And being embraced in New Zealand like Australians don't.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know,
very different.
Yeah.
For me, a band I saw probably 4 or 5 times this year, and they just impressed me every single time, was Fictitious Me. I just really love that. Another young band. And because you were a bit loose on this category, as it could be an experience, it could be an album, it could be something, I went up to Queensland in June this year. No. Now, I already knew this band. The band I'm talking about is Red Star Born. I'm already familiar with them, but the hospitality they showed me, they didn't know me, they'd never met me. They took me into their homes. They offered to take me to Glowworm Farms. They took me out for coffee. They didn't just do the interview. They actually...
Is that a euphemism or...
No. And I'd also say that I had a girlfriend who's not from our scene with me at the time, and they took her under their wing as well. They were just amazing boys and absolutely a highlight of 2018 for me. I'm very grateful.
Good.
There we go.
You love that.
All right. No, I kept to the rules. We have some honourable mentions to go through first. Now, the first one for me was Hannah Wicklund and the Stepping Stones. I think you and I reviewed that one, and fuck, that was amazing.
Yep.
I'd never heard of that band. I found it through Spotify and just went, okay, cool, here we go. The other one is the same gig that you mentioned, Brendan, but a different band, 29 Bones.
Oh, yeah.
That live show was nothing short of fucking amazing. We have a guy wearing the shirt down there. Thank you for that. But that was a really... I had no idea what to expect. I had seen Iron Stone before that point. Yeah. And I was already familiar, but that band blew me away. But the winner for this one for mine, I've actually got to give a shout out to Josh Batten. And eventually I'll get the Rush special up for you, I swear. It might take me a while, but I'll get there. But because of him, we found Southern Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Civilization. That was one hell of an amazing release that just... Wow. So that's it for that segment. We'll move along.
Cool.
There you go.
Next up is Best Artwork for 2018, and this is very, very simple. If you can't get your head around this concept, there's something very wrong with us, which there might well be anyway. Yeah. So basically, I've got 2 here, one from Dennis and one from Tim. So Dennis's nomination for the Best Artwork for 2018 is Black Slash with Lightning Strikes Again. We didn't listen to that at all, and I checked out the artwork today, and you can see why Dennis likes it. The other one from Tim, Electric Messiah by High on Fire. And he's written a description for those that aren't watching it and don't see the artwork up on the screen. Imagine walking to the gates of heaven, God opens a cloud and yells at you, God looks human with reptile skin, and you're also tripping acid laced with angel dust. That's what this cover looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sums it up, yeah.
So Nikki, follow that up.
Follow it up I shall. I brought a prop for this one.
Okay.
All right, so this is going to go one of 2 ways. I'm wearing the favourite album artwork.
Please be the second way.
Honourable mention. I know, pray for me, boys. I've had a few drinks. Honourable mention goes to Triple Kill, Age of Rebellion, because it just looks really cool. But the winner for me is... Am I safe? Ta-da! Espionage! Yeah. Digital Dystopia. And apart from the fact that it's sci-fi and cool... Oh, God, I always get that fucked up. Apart from the fact that it's really sci-fi and cool, if you actually take the time to analyse the artwork, there's a lot of little in-jokes in there, and you actually have to take the time to look for JB Sci-Fi and clickbait and all the cool stuff. So come up and look at me after the show.
Just form an orderly line on the side of the stage here.
Don't know about orderly, but all right.
$5 entry.
Okay, so...
That's the tip.
Okay, so my one. I bought it as well. You probably can't see it, but Amorphous, Queen of Time. Don't know if you guys can see it, and Andrew will probably have the graphic up when this goes to air. Just an awesome cover. So it's all about it's like a queen bee with all these worker bees going to her. And the format is that they form a human skull. And there's a whole heap of almost psychedelic stuff happening around it. It's a trippy cover. It's a trippy-ass cover. So definitely go and get that one. Check that one out. Hopefully Andrew puts a proper copy of it. I've got the deluxe edition here, which is kind of a bit of a, I don't know, it's shinier copy. So anyway, that's my one.
My crop's better than your crop.
Go on, compare.
I've got Amorphous underwear on, so...
Fuck off. Just fuck off.
Here we go.
Okay, my best artwork for 2018 was the Greystone Canyon album, While the Wheels Still Turn. It just gives a great indication of what you're going to get throughout the tracks on the album, so it really set it up, what artwork should do on a CD.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, cool. The honourable mention for me, because, geez, it was a close call which one to give it to, was actually The Sword. I thought that was a really
great
cool
cover.
That was really, really nice. I thought that was really well done. But for the one I actually gave it to, I'd like to direct your attention again to Nikki's tits, because it was espionage for me. That cover, it's up there with Iron Maiden Somewhere in Time for me. It was just so clever and so many little Easter eggs throughout it. It was just a wonderful album cover, so I think they did well there. So for me, it was espionage.
All right, for my ones, there's two honourable mentions. One is the same as yours. Actually, both are, because you got The Sword with Used Future. That car in the fucking cloud work, that was so amazing. Cool. Great shot. The other one is Espionage with Digital Dystopia. That's a great bit of cover art. But the winner for me was actually Sunstorm, an album that we reviewed that wasn't... The review was good, but not a top 10 category album as far as I'm concerned. But the artwork was just stunning with the storm coming out of it all. It was a really good shot, just really well set up. I really enjoyed the way that one came together. So that's our artwork for 2018. Do you want to add anything? You look like you know. Okay,
just hold the mic.
He's just holding the mic. Anyway, as opposed to other things, we'll move along. Next up, as we're flying through this year as opposed to last year, is the best song. This is pretty simple. What is the song that most impressed you in 2018 that you just couldn't get out of your head? Brendan.
So damn hard to pick.
There's a lot this year.
Judas Priest had a couple of real fucking killer tracks. Alien Weaponry, Kai Tunkada was like so close to getting this, but for me, I said at the time, I think when we reviewed the album, and I went back and listened to it again, I don't think anything got past it for me for the whole year, and that was Lily with Run.
Oh, nice.
The opening track to an album, it's such a ball terror, and she's got such a killer voice, so I find it really hard to go past that one, so there it is.
Cool.
Lily.
Okay. My one was probably one of the most dramatic songs I've heard in a very long time, actually. It was Salem's Lots Shattered to Pieces.
Yeah. Figured you'd pick them in there somewhere.
I fucking love that song. It's amazing, and it's got great performances and amazing delivery, and I'm not really sure what the story's about, but I know there's some serious shit going on in that song.
This was probably one of the tougher categories for me. I mean, like Brendan said, there were so many great songs this year. I mean, Judas Priest had a whole heap of them on that album. Ghost had a whole heap on theirs, which is awesome as well. Alien Weaponry, I had no right liking that song because it was in a complete different language, but fuck, I loved it. In the end, I went back to an Old Faithful because I heard this again last week. And this band has got the honour of being the only band that had made my 2017 and 2018 lists with the same release. Last year they got out Video of the Year because it was released right before we recorded. This year the album came out. Orphan Land, a song called The Cave. This is the opening. This is an 8-minute opener to their album. Starts off with humming, then a whole heap of Middle Eastern instruments come into it. Guitars kick you in the balls on this thing. It's just a great album. Look, it goes from really heavy singing to clean singing. It's got everything that I want in a metal track. So, yeah, for me, nothing topped that this year. 8 minutes long, and I could probably listen to that over and over again without getting bored.
Nice. Wow.
This is one of the ones I broke the rules on.
Again?
I legit, I could have had 20 equally. Yeah. This one was particularly hard for me. So one of the rules I broke, I think the honourable mentions was supposed to be limited to 2. May have a few more. So let's go bottom up. I hope you've all got half an hour.
Get a drink.
Honourable mention, Breathe, Fictitious Me, The Darkest Day by Ablaze, the absolute standout on that album. See You Again by Dangerous Curves. If you love Kiss, listen to that song. Lords of Cinder by Triple Kill. Second by A Bee's Dick, and my God, this could have taken first, was Losing My Mind by Degrees of Separation.
Great song.
But my number one, you saw it tonight, guys. was actually My Symphony by the Warbirds. So how great that we saw that live tonight.
Great song.
All right. So for mine, I've actually got 2 honourable mentions that haven't been mentioned by anyone else, which is cool. Saxon, they played Rock and Roll, the tribute to Motorhead. That was that has stayed with me all year since they came out because it was such a faithful rendition. Like, it wasn't a Motorhead song, but they made a Saxon song sound like a Motorhead song. It was just so well done. It was
They
really
actually
cool.
did a better job than Metallica did, I think.
Yeah. Out of the two, between Murder One and between this is the better of the two. I reckon it's better than the two. The other one. The other one for me is a band that I loved when it came out, and this was the song that hooked me onto and made us review it. Was Maverick with Cold Star Dancer.
Wow. Yeah.
That hook, I just can't get that hook out of my head. The winner though, Nikki, Warbirds, My Symphony.
Wow.
I
There you
love
go.
that song. It came out in January of 2018, and I haven't found a song like. There's been lots of great songs, but that chorus. And the funny thing about that song is that the band almost threw it away. It was an add-on track to the EP. It wasn't one of the focus tracks.
Yeah, even Matt, the producer, said when they came out of the studio, they didn't think that was the song. Like, no one, the producer, the band, no one thought that was the song.
I reckon
they put
it
it
is.
out there. Everyone that heard it went,
That's the song. So
yeah,
it's 1-2 of us over for a year. So there you go. We'll move along. Best local band gig that you saw in 2018. So this is pretty simple. What gig from an Australian or, I guess, well, yeah, there is only Australian band, I guess, impressed you the most this year? And I have a nomination from Tim for this one. He went and saw the Black Tides at Revolver, and that was one that impressed him the most. But now it's over to you, Brendan.
Well, it's a funny one because like most of the year would have sat with me would have been a Blazers album launch, which I'm sure we'll get a mention down the track, but because that was an amazing gig. But the one that really blew me away was one that you and I, funnily enough, put together pretty much by accident. Yeah. At the last minute, we sort of threw it together with bands that we hadn't heard and, you know, people that were doing it sort of on the fly. And it was our end-of-year gig, which we did here at this very venue on December 8th. And we had Shadow Queen open acoustically that just blew everyone away. Anyone that was here that night just saw what Robbie could do with her voice, and she's just bloody incredible. Diamond Fox, that 80 shredding away like absolute champions. That was the Ironstone gig, which I saw, that absolutely incredible. And then 29 Bones, that none of us really even knew who they were and what they were going to do.
I put the word out saying we're looking for an extra band.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'll say this on the microphone. Yeah. We put the word out looking for an extra band, and they said, yeah, we'll jump on. And they decided to make it their album launch at the same time. And fucking
So we put them on the headline. We had no idea what we were walking into, and man, did they grab the room and ran with it. So, yeah, for me, that was just a really sort of special moment. So, yeah, that was the gig for me. It was awesome.
Cool.
My gig of the year was all the way back in January last year at the Rockstar Bar in Frankston. A lot of us in this room were there. Nikki was quite intoxicated. But that
because
was
that's
not,
out of the ordinary.
But as fun as that is, that wasn't the highlight of the gig. I mean, it opened up with Ironstone, who are fucking amazing, amazing band, and then Dangerous Curves, who I've seen quite a few times this year. But this was a 40-degree day. It was fucking hot that day. Torrential Frill. And they put on an amazing show. But the headliners, Cults of Vice, now, I've seen them 2 or 3 times before that night, but they just did something fucking amazing. That was a really one of those gigs where you just had to be there. That was just really special.
Dude wore a fur coat.
Yeah, 40-degree fucking.
Like,
and it's got fake blood dripped across there, and they did like a non-stop 1-hour set and like 20 fucking songs.
Yeah.
And he's almost dying towards the end. He's just dripping sweat, and it was just one of those nights you had to fucking be there. It was amazing.
It tasted good, Dave, let me tell you.
There's a dent in the microphone.
So I've got 2 honourable mentions here, and they've both been mentioned. So obviously our end of year December gig, fantastic. Unlike these guys, I do know 29 Bones guys, so I have seen them before, so I was kind of prepared for what was going to happen, but not that prepared. I mean, the guy was walking on the bar, swinging off rafters. It was ridiculous.
Tape. It's
He
cool.
threw muffins at the crowd, for God's sake. Muffins!
Yeah, throwing muffins into the crowd. It was Shadow Queen was awesome. I loved Shadow Queen.
Acoustic is something else. That
Yeah,
band.
exactly.
Like, fuck.
Oh, God. And obviously Diamond Fox in that shred. There was a lot of guitarists in the room here that night. Everyone's just sitting there drop-jawed watching Con. Obviously Ironstone, awesome again. But anyway, look, we've covered them. Brendan went for that. The second one was the Cults of Ice gig at the Rockstar Bar, which someone who shall remain nameless but may rhyme with Nikki could have quite possibly been up on sexual harassment charges and Yeah, if you ever want to see a rape in progress, definitely check out the footage of that.
And thanks,
Jordan,
Nikki.
I'm really sorry.
Thank you, Nikki. Cult of Ice haven't been back to Melbourne since, as far as I know.
They're coming back
Yeah, I
for
know.
what it's worth.
Yeah, go see them.
Do they have a restraining order against you?
I think so, yes.
Yeah,
Deservedly so.
Great band though. I'd heard a lot of them. I'd heard a lot about Cult of Ice from this man. I didn't think they were going to be as good as they were. Dangerous Curves was on that bill as well. Yeah, I remember that because Kim.
I got a shirt in front of me again.
Again. Yeah, I got a beer spill
Thank
on me
you,
by Kim
Sonia.
again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, but the number one local gig for me was the Ablaze album launch at Cherry Bar. Ablaze, Screaming Eagle, who we reviewed a week before. So that was the first time I'd heard them. And I was thinking, I remember going to check this band out. Then I get announced on that gig, which was like a week or so later. Great band. And Echo del Tusca opened, which I had to get advice from Nikki because I forgot who it was. But Ablaze, I mean, they packed it out. They packed out the Cherry Bar. It was everyone we knew was there. It was like a family gig, and just the vibe and the spirit in that room. And I think it was a hot night from memory as well. So it was just never seen Cherry Bar that packed. And I've been there to Cherry Bar for some international gigs as well. But that was by far the best local gig for me. Big thumbs up to the Ablaze boys because they're one of the hardest working bands in the scene right now and some of the nicest guys as well. So cheers, guys.
I have some props for this one, Andrew. In a second, yes, please, sir. This category is particularly personal to me. I really made a pact with myself a couple of years ago after being in a really crappy place to just get out and live a little bit more. And that to me meant doing what I love, which is seeing live bands.
And sexually assaulting Cult of Ice.
I'm really sorry, Jordan, once again. So I'm going to need some help from the panel tonight with my props. No. But this was a really, really hard category. This was the second hardest category for me to pick tonight. So, Andrew, I'm going to hand you the mic for a sec.
Okay.
All right.
What do you got for us, Nikki?
I need everyone to hold something and I'll talk about it. You, Nick?
Yep.
Andrew, I want you to do that one.
Okay. These are framed.
This one is definitely Dave, and I'd already had you in mind for that, which is quite funny.
Yeah, I might keep this.
No, absolutely not. Brendan?
This is like Mary Poppins' bag.
Yeah.
I know.
Never fucking ends. All right.
So, everybody in front of them has a poster from a gig that you were either at with me or that you know meant a lot to me. I had a lot of fun this year and I did some really naughty things and I'd just like to apologise for that. Will we talk about Dangerous Curves, Dave, and what went missing that night? Whoops. So, Brendan, what does yours say? Honourable mention to Electric Mary at the Corner Hotel. Absolute ripper of a gig. Dave.
Cult of Ice at Rockstar.
No one else was going to read that out but you. Nick.
My gig of the year, Ablaze album launch.
Andrew.
Espionage, Darker Half, Trigger and Panic.
And who's the headliner that night?
Damnation's Day.
Damnation's fucking day. Absolutely. Cracker of a gig. Special mention that I haven't got a poster for, so, if you want to mention, get a poster. Delacoma, Torrential Thrill and Warbirds at the Barwon Club in Geelong. Heavy Metal United Down Under, the Wagga chapter was fucking amazing. I'd also like to shout out Wayne, who's in the crowd today. He was my gig buddy. I did more gigs regionally than in Melbourne, which is kind of weird, but go with it. And the number one gig for me that just ticked every fucking box was the Melted Festival, also in Geelong. Just amazing, outstanding, holy bat balls. I did not lose my bra like I did at the Dangerous Curves gig. I did not lick sweat off a sweaty lead singer like I did at the Cults of Arts gig. I think I may have behaved myself, but I definitely enjoyed it.
Sounds like no fun at all, actually.
Does anyone else have any idea how to follow that?
It's all you, buddy.
Apparently so.
Who did you lick sweat off in 2018?
You don't want to know the answer to that. Well, I'll give you a tip. It's either her or the dogs, so...
There are laws against the second one, so I'm going for the first.
Funny thing is dogs don't sweat, but okay. All right, now, from me, the honourable mentions for this year. It was the birthday bash we put on in April. We had She-Wolf, Nick Barker, Heartache State, and Torrential Thrill and Horsehead just as a panel thing. That was a fun fucking night. Didn't get to that many gigs this year, unfortunately, on account of being busy doing a lot of shit behind the scenes. But that was a really cool gig. The other one was actually the Celebration Women Rock and Metal gig that we put on.
Yeah,
it was the panel, but also this man here was playing acoustic with Eat the Damn Orange. That was fucking cool. We also had Sunset Drive and the Deadlifts, and that was a really cool night. And Maddie was sick as a dog that night, and they still put on one hell of a fucking set, so well done to them. But the same, for me, the winner for this year was the Christmas one that we lucked into. We fell into that gig by accident pretty much at the end of the day with Shadow Queen Acoustic, Diamond Fox, Ironstone, 29 Bones, and the room was pretty fucking full that night too. It was really cool. So if you weren't here, you fucking missed out because it was a hell of a gig, and that was my standout for 2018. Time to move along.
Cool.
All right. Next up, while we keep flying through, is the best gig from an international act that you saw in 2018. It's as per the previous category, except the artist must not be from Australia. I've got one from Tim before we move along, and that is Queens of the Stone Age. He saw them, and he also gave a special mention to the Libertines as well. He loved those two gigs for 2018. But Nikki.
All right. Honourable mentions, I kept it to 2. Gene, but not Ace, because Ace sucked, but Gene rocked. Papa Roach, way back in January, was sensational. Now, this is my absolute shocker of the night. I think this is the most shocking thing I'm ever going to say, and I can't believe it's on camera.
Probably not.
No, this one's out there. My favourite gig was from a band I can't fucking stand. Is it? And that was Steel Panther.
Yes!
Wow.
Hello. Well done, Brendan. Brendan dragged her kicking and screaming to a gig.
Yeah,
And they put on a hell of a show. Credit where it's due.
The conversation around that, if I could ever publish this shit legally in public, it'd be fucking amazing. But yeah.
I've got one honourable mention, and that was the Extreme Mr. Big gig at the Forum. 2 bands that actually I saw Extreme back in the day, but I've never seen Mr. Big. I thought I'd never see Mr. Big. Pretty much every guitarist in Melbourne was at this gig, watching Nuno and Paul Gilbert, and it was just it was unbelievable. I mean, that was, and the things they pulled it off as well, because like as much shit as a band like Extreme or Mr. Big get, they did some pretty hard shit to play. But both bands brought the A game. I also got to meet the bands as well. Got a whole heap of shit signed, so that kind of helped add to it. Loved it. But my best international gig was one of my favourite ever artists, Roger Waters, the Us and Them tour at the Rod Laver Arena in February. That's the first concert I've been to where the artist actually used the whole venue as a stage prop. There was obviously video screens behind him and everything like that. But there was inflatables flying around. Half the venue became an industrial estate halfway through the gig. Lasers pointing everywhere, which at the end of it made the whole venue look like the Pink Floyd Prism. Everything, and not only that, but this guy used Rod Laver Arena and he used 360-degree sound.
Yeah.
So this is a live gig, but there was panning and stuff like that. You'd hear people talking, you'd think it's a person behind you, but it's not. It's something that's coming off stage. I've seen it done in smaller venues. I think Stephen Wilson from Porcupine Tree's done it at the Billboards. Never seen it done at Rod Laver, and it sounded perfect. Normally with all that kind of stuff happening, it's to take away from what's happening on stage. But no, this guy put in 2.5 hours and he knew what people wanted to hear. So it was wall-to-wall Pink Floyd, pardon the pun, wall-to-wall Pink Floyd classics, the best of his solo material. He kept the political, social commentary to a bit of a minimum. Yep. But yeah, that was a fantastic gig, which was not topped by.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat what everyone else, but my honourable mentions were, of course, Steel Panther, because that was just an amazing gig and a fantastic night. The Mr. Big Extreme one was another one that I absolutely loved. Dweezil Zappa at the Forum was an incredible night. If you are a Zappa fan, just really, really difficult music. Performed to perfection, was incredible. But the gig for me again was Roger Waters.
Wow.
The gig that makes you get goosebumps and the hair on your arms stand up and you're almost brought to tears by guitar solos. When that happens, you know you're at something pretty bloody special, and the visuals that go along with it. It was an incredible bloody night, and for me, Roger Waters, best gig of the year.
Lovely. I didn't see Roger Waters. I would have liked to have seen.
That's
Roger
the one
Waters.
I'm spewing I missed the most.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Yeah.
I actually forgot that I went to some international gigs this year.
Which we've covered off just on the way through here.
Yeah, but I did see Extreme and Mr. Big, and that was really cool. And who else? Pink. Oh, yeah, you can all fucking boo, right, or whatever, or throw shit at me, but she puts on an amazing show, seriously.
No,
But-
she was awesome.
Yeah, but I went to Sydney and saw Foreigner at the Opera House
Oh.
with
did
a
too.
with a big symphony orchestra, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'd never been to the Sydney Opera House before.
Really?
I'd never
That was
been
your first
I'd never
time
been
there?
inside it. Yeah.
Wow.
But just to see them, even though it's only whatever his name is, the only original member, just the musicianship of those dudes was incredible, and the singer, man,
Yeah,
and
Kelly
the
Hansen.
orchestra, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I only went to one international gig, quote unquote.
Should have made this easy.
It was very easy. It didn't suck. It's the honourable mention as opposed to
Honourable mention the support band.
There was no support band. It's one that Jimmy dragged me along to, actually, which was the only thing I went to from an international artist all year, which was bizarre. It was the Scotty spoken word show.
Yeah.
It was hard to describe. It had good and bad points about it. It's obviously going to be the only thing I've got in this category, so it's going to have to go in there. But I don't think we're quite there with how to handle spoken word shows in this country. I think the audience don't know when to erupt and have fun and when they don't know. But the stories he told, they were really fucking cool. Yeah. And just wish that there was just maybe a better setup for it. Something more like this would have gone better for that than having a lecture hall kind of setup, I think, in my opinion. But it was really cool to hear those stories either way. But that was the only one I went to, and I got to see Scott Ian play guitar for a minute or two.
Yeah.
So
I saw him do spoken word with Chris Jericho a few years ago, and
Yeah.
they were double booked, and we're all stuck in the staircase at the top
yeah,
of town,
yeah.
and we ended up sort of all crammed in this room. But that was a good night because it was a room like this. You can just imagine this, like, jam-packed, and everyone's so close, and it was fantastic.
when I
You
did
a
Seven
good job.
Townsend here was really cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. It was just a big sort of... Having a big environment like a lecture hall doesn't really suit the vibe for mine.
He's an interesting dude.
Yeah.
Well, Dee Snider's doing it at the Croc in a couple of weeks, so that's going to be pretty interesting.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, especially given certain circumstances.
Yeah, well, we're plugging future shows as well as doing 2018 stuff. On that note, time to move along to the next segment.
Yeah.
This may or may not be subject to interpretation of what classifies as a debut, depending on what people have nominated here, but this is, in fact, the best debut release of 2018. So that's what we thought was the first release from an artist released in 2018. We're going, yep, that's the one for them. Brendan.
Yeah, tricky category when you're saying debut. So I was trying to go the first time I'd actually heard of.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, like, She-Wolf's album was brilliant. Ablazer's album was brilliant, but they've had EPs in the past.
beforehand, yeah.
So I sort of know. So the first band that really leapt up and kicked me in the plums, and I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one, was Alien Weaponry.
Yeah.
That album is bloody incredible. If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's metal as all fuck, and it's great.
Yeah, I'm just going to echo what Brendan said. That's a fucking amazing album. They're an amazing young band, and as Nick said earlier, the future is bright with Alien Weaponry. I'm hoping to see them at Download. That's going to be... Fuck.
We're all going to be in that.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll be the oldest audience they've ever had.
Three of three, Alien Weaponry for me. Just completely knocked my socks off as well. I mean, that album swings, man. That swings like a bull's ball sack, that album. Bloody fantastic. Just great album. And, like, just the potential in this band and what they can possibly do. It's scary. It really is. Nothing topped that as a debut for me. In a good way, yes.
Well, this is awkward. 4 from 4.
Oh,
Now, I actually missed reviewing it on the panel with you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah,
you were there the
did.
night we reviewed it.
I was there
I
when
think,
you
yeah.
reviewed it, and listening to you guys talk about it, I'm like, fuck, I picked the wrong show to miss out reviewing something on. You showed me it later on, and I went home and discovered it for myself. Just, oh my God. I can't even put into words the emotion I feel from those guys. Absolutely outstanding.
No, not 5 from 5. There's a reason for that, because they will come up in multiple categories after this one. So, no, they're not even an honourable mention this one because they did get plenty of love from me later on. So, for mine, the first honourable mention for this one is actually Frozen Crown, The Fallen King. The female singer and the female lead guitarist. And that jumped out at me.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool, and that was their first one. See, finally we got one of them we forgot. But that's one that just has stayed. Like, I remember that all year long. The other one is Screaming Eagle, Ride the Tiger.
Yeah.
That's a great album, a great debut. But the winner from me is Greystone Canyon,
Yeah.
While the Wheels Still Turn.
Yeah.
You will not get a more diverse yet cohesive listen in one album than that one right there. It's fucking amazing. You should go and check that out when you finish watching this. On that note, we'll move along. We're nearly to the fun part too. All right, next up, while we're having a whole lot of fun here, is the best video clip. What is the video clip released in 2018 that stayed with you and impressed you the most? Nikki.
Here's a clue. I requested it to be played twice on the Hard Rock Show this year. No, another one. The original
Bad Moon
version,
Born?
not the subsequent version. Say that again?
Bad Moon Born?
No.
Shit.
The Alchemist extended version by Triple Kill.
Yeah.
I just kept going back to it. Apart from this, the song is an absolute cracker. The film clip is just pure gold. If you don't laugh at that, you're dead.
Is that a threat or an observation?
An observation. I don't usually watch too many video clips. I'm more just listening to the albums, whether it's in the car or anything like that. Stuff like that. But I've got a bit of an honourable mention. It's not even a video clip, but it was when Trigger announced the new singer. That whole decade.
That was very
That was
clever.
piss funny.
Yeah.
And hearing the backstory of that from the Trigger boys, I mean, the guys at Coles had no idea what they were doing.
Like
you know,
us.
Yeah, pretty much. So, probably clean up in aisle 8 and see someone putting a hood over someone's head. Why not?
It's very cool. Check it out.
But that was a runner-up. But the winner for me, and like I say, I don't watch too many video clips, but I've got to give big props because this one stars our very own, or doesn't star him, but is part of it, Tim Wright in the Arcane Saints and Something Real film clip.
Nice.
Cool. That was such a cool film clip, and it did justice to the song as well because, not what you'd normally expect from Arcane Saints, but fuck, what a film clip. There were a lot of creative thought went into that, and the guys outdid themselves.
I have one honourable mention, and that's Warbirds with My Symphony. That is an amazing video. Yep. But I had to give it to Torrential Thrill with Nothing As It Seems.
Nice. Well done.
The story in that video just really complements the song, and it's really amazingly done.
It's a cool video.
I generally rather give this to local bands because I love what they can do, creativity with low budget and all this kind of stuff. But I'm going to go the other way and give it to a big band this year just because I thought they did a great job, and that was Slipknot with All Out Live.
Yeah.
I reckon that video is just so cool and just fits the mood and all the white suits and the blood hits it, and I just think it's fantastic. I reckon they did a really, really good job. So for me, it was Slipknot to be different.
Nice. Well, I have two honourable mentions for this one. The first is Lidley with Run. That was just a really cool video game concept with a tribute at the end of it for a fallen friend. That was really well put together, really classy, really tasteful, but also entertaining, which is really cool. The other one is Parkway Drive, The Void. Getting all of them to play different roles in the same video clip was really cool, and the way it closed out was just brilliantly done. If you haven't checked out that video clip, then do so. But my winner for this one is actually Alien Weaponry. Kai Tangata. It's a movie within a fucking video clip. It's amazing. And I couldn't stop watching it. It's funny because for me, I get to do all the editing. And so I get to piece these things together and put it in the show and stuff. And just watching that, I could not stop watching that video clip. It's fucking riveting. So that's it from me. We will move along now.
Nice.
I have one from Tim for this, and this is the most disappointing release for 2018. Brendan got caught off guard here when he
not really.
didn't read the description.
I know what I'm doing.
When I said that it goes in the bin for this year. So this is the release that was so disappointing to us that we have to bin it again. Now, my first one is actually an interesting one from Tim, and it's not actually a release per se, but it's more of a story. From Tim, Phil Anselmo. Choosing mental illness as a virtue. Talking about how he's a tough guy while writing an entire album and crying about being called a Nazi, all while Sig heiling. With a special mention to Ghost and their album Prequel. Whoa. Yeah. So that's from Tim.
Yeah, it's no Pig Destroyer.
Yeah, we got a rehearsal on Monday. This is going to be interesting.
Part of my intro was that I'm going to get glassed for one of my comments tonight. This is the comment. And fortunately for me, Jimmy Van Zeno has left the panel.
But he's over there.
He's just perked up.
But he can't touch me from here, so I'm safe.
Are you sure? He's pretty tall.
Yeah.
I don't know, you might though. Jodie, I love you. Okay, so what I'm putting in the bin, this was the absolute biggest fucking disappointment. I was so looking forward to this. Spot on, buddy. Night Flight Orchestra in the fucking bin. Ooh. It was pumped up beyond belief by people whose opinion I greatly admire and respect. So I got my little ears out ready for a listen. I thought I was going to be in fucking rapture, and I just needed the bin to vomit in. I didn't get it, I didn't like it, and I don't mean to diss the guys who will put their heart and soul into a record, but no, just no. Love you, Jimmy.
All right, well, let it go on.
There you go. Unlike Nikki, I do mean to diss some people that put out a shit record. Anyone that saw our review of this complete piece of shit knows how much I hated this album and how much this band meant to me. It's probably one of the more commented YouTube posts that we've got. But Lizzie fucking Borden and My Midnight Things, right? This is a band that I loved, and they took everything that I love about this.
This was personal for you, this one.
It was. Yeah. They took everything that I loved about this band and took a big steaming pile of shit all over it. They threw every piece of metal and attitude that I loved about it, and they replaced it with whatever bullshit was going through this guy's head. This was shit. I've read reviews where people saying that they were praising it, saying, it's good, it's diverse, it's very different from anything they've ever done before. Yeah, it is different because everything that they've done before was good. This is shit. Right? I mean, there's pop, there's synthwave, there's new age, there's techno elements, there's everything except fucking rock and metal on this thing. It's just shit. Seriously, the only use for this album, and this is it, the only use for this album is to give it to someone that you hate and despise, right? One, listen to this, and they could quite possibly top themselves, right? So problem solved, right? So seriously, fuck this album and fuck Lizzie Borden for ruining a great legacy. Actually, you know what? Don't even put it in the bin. Just take it straight to the fucking tip.
I don't think any of us can follow that up.
Okay.
That was a toned-down version, folks. So.
I'm waiting for the comments on that one to come through when it is.
Fuck. How do I follow that? This band, I don't get. When I had to review it, I gave it a 5. Then when it was time to review it, I dropped the score to 3. I said or 4 or 3. And I said if I heard it again, I'd probably bin it. And I tried to hear it again, and yeah, it's going in the fucking bin. Night Flight Orchestra. What the fuck? I do not get this shit. Everyone goes on about it, but I don't get it. You know there is something wrong with a band when I would prefer to listen to Limp Bizkit.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Okay.
Going for 3, are we?
Yeah, I don't feel so bad all of a sudden. Because the category was most disappointing, not worst album. It is not the worst album I've ever heard, but because of the build-up around it and the hype around the band, it's fucking Night Flight Orchestra. It's fucking poo. I don't get it. It's like a cheesy soundtrack to an 80s fucking bullshit teen movie. If you like it...
Jimmy's got a glass.
Good luck. If you don't, join our club, because we're the cool kids.
See, you people are just being nasty. It's not nice. Be nice.
Forward to that being Andrew's number 1 album of the year.
Spoiler, it's not. But for
and
me,
then,
I actually did some honourable mentions for this one, and yeah, one of them is 9 Inch Nails with Bad Wish.
Yeah, that was shit.
That was disappointing as all fuck. For someone who's a big fan of 9 Inch Nails, you can fuck off. That legacy is dead.
Yeah, that was awful.
The other one, as far as the hype around an album or a band, and the single being Zombie and everyone fucking raving about it, Bad Wolves, Disobey, pile of shit album. It's terrible. It's not a great album at all. That was for that song to be so well received, but the rest of the album to be poorly produced, poorly written. It was just a disappointing release. I was expecting so much more. But that's not even the winners.
Was Perfect Circle this year?
yeah.
Yes, and that's my winner.
Because I'd forgotten about it, and that sucks.
A Perfect Circle, Eat the Elephant. Speaking of disappointing fucking releases, that was woeful.
Awful.
Like, I release it under a different name and I'll view it differently. But when it's the same thing with 9 Inch Nails. If you put it under a different name, I will view it differently. When you attach a name that's got a certain reputation to this new product, it's not the same thing at all. That's right. It goes in the fucking bin.
Now, bear in mind, Arctic Monkeys released an album this year that we unanimously put in the bin.
Yes, but I was expecting that to be shit.
Yeah. Is that the one?
That's the difference.
I think that's the one I refused to comment. Is that?
Yeah,
Was that
That's the one you had a legal statement
Don't you
about.
start again.
Because you've already signed your fucking legal waiver for that one, so it's all right.
More Hauser and Associates.
So that's why I didn't put Arctic Monkeys in there, because I was expecting that to be shit.
Yeah.
These other ones I had hopes for.
Disappointing. That was
Most disappointing release of the year. On that note, maybe we'll give you a taste for yourselves to check out. Otherwise, we'll move along.
Hi, welcome to this week's extended version of the Gig Guide. I'm Jodie.
I'm Nikki.
Kicking it off, Sunday, January the 27th. Massive launched their third album, Rebuild Destroy, at the Northcote Social Club with support from Bottle of Smoke and Moonshifter. This is Massive final show in Oz before they head overseas.
One not to be missed, Jodes.
Definitely.
Friday, February the 1st, we have Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators, and they're at Margaret Court Arena on the Melbourne leg of their Living the Dream tour. And they'll be supported by Devil Skin.
They'll have a nice red glow.
Just like us.
Friday and Saturday, February the 2nd and 3rd, Dee Snider's Spoken and Shouted tour at the Croxton Band Room on the Melbourne leg of his tour. The Saturday being the spoken word event and the Friday being the full band show.
Also, Saturday, February 2nd, there is a Malcolm Young tribute and dementia fundraiser event at the Corner Hotel, and the lineup is an all-star cast of Australian rock royalty.
On Saturday, February the 9th, the THRS crew will be hitting Whole Lotta Love yet again.
What's up?
This will be a Anthrax versus Slayer battle, so more information to come.
And it's your night that night.
Yes.
It's all about you, Queen Jodie.
Yes.
Devil Jodie.
Devil Jodie, yes.
Also,
I will not be on the door.
She will be on the floor. And because I'm going to remember to say it this time, Echo del Tusca are also launching their EP, Words to Live By, at the Bendigo Hotel with support from the Dead Amigos and Honeybone.
Also, Ailstorm at the Croxton Band Room. This show has sold out, so we're just telling you to go, no.
Bet you're Devo about that one. You really keen on Ailstorm, aren't you?
Totes.
Yeah. And Aranora are playing a one-off 10th anniversary show, their first in 7 years at the Workers' Club. They'll be supported by Sentia, who are launching their new single Faceless, Cirrus Crown, who are also playing their debut show, and Geo.
Also, Friday, February the 15th, Faster Pussycat at the Prince Band Room. Supports are yet to be announced.
I'm going to start a band and I'm going to call it Slower Bulldog.
Okay. So want to know where that's going?
Word association. Faster Pussycat, Slower Bulldog.
Get it.
It made sense to me.
Good.
Saturday, February 15th, it's Tim's birthday bash.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Did I say 15? Yes. We meant 16. Happy birthday, Tim. You can have 2 days of birthdaying. Actually, you should have birthdays like pretty much every day, because this is what's going down. Arcane Saints, Warbirds, Lace and Whiskey, as well as an acoustic set from Eat the Damn Orange at the Last Chance Rock and Roll Bar.
That's going to be shit hot.
It's going to go off.
Also, same night, poor guys, Nickelback at the Rod Laver Arena on the Melbourne leg of their Feed the Machine tour with support from the Bad Wolves.
Oh, poor Nickelback. Tim's stealing all their punters. On Friday, February the 22nd, we have Watain at Max Watts being the Melbourne leg of this tour.
On Saturday, February the 23rd, Electric Mary launched their new album Mother at Memo Music Hall. Supports are yet to be announced.
So excited for that. That is going to go off. Also, Utah, Get Me Too, returns at Whole Lotta Love. This two-piece band festival returns for its second year. Free entry with the lineup to be announced soon.
And if that isn't enough, there's also White Devil Detroit, Cults of Vice, Vicious Addiction, and the Chevrollators at the Bendigo Hotel.
On the same night as Electric Mary.
Ouchies.
That's called Gig Clash and it hurts. Oh! Sunday, 24th of February, Rockfest 2019, War of the Surf and Rock Guitars at the Fort in Adelaide. More than 10 bands are playing at this event, including Diva Demolition, She-Wolf, Darcy Fox, Atomic Ride and Electric Mary on their Mother launch tour.
On Monday, March the 11th, Download Festival at Melbourne at the Flemington Racecourse.
Don't be the only person in the entire city of Melbourne who's not apparently going to that.
Yeah, there's going to be one or two people going.
Just a few.
Yes.
Thursday, March 21st, we've got Max and Igor Cavalera, and they're playing at 170 Russell as part of their Return Beneath a Rise tour.
On Saturday, March the 23rd, Sisters Doll single launch at the Central Club Hotel. More information is yet to come.
Don't let my brother see that because it's his birthday. Sorry, bro, can't go. April 27th, Saturday, we have Seven Dust at Forum Melbourne, and as part of their All I See Is War tour, supports it to be announced.
On Tuesday, May the 14th, Avantasia in the Forum at Melbourne.
Woohoo! Saturday, June the 1st, Legions of Steel 2019 at the Croxton Band Room. This year has 11 bands and they're headlined by Stalker from
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Wonder if they're going to get some fish and chops while they're here.
Wearing their jandals.
Yes, wearing their jandals. Yes.
As always, line-up and events are subject to change, so keep up to date with those that interest you via Facebook.
Hit us up. Woo, yeah. If you got something to plug, we're the girls to do it. Mm-hmm.
Thanks again. Catch you next time.
Bye. Totally pro.
Next up, for your enjoyment, for all of 10 people who are here with us tonight, is local band Honourable Mentions. This is a little list reserved for no more than 5. It had to be cut at 5 for releases that really impressed you from the local bands that weren't quite good enough to make it top 10. And for all of us, I can guarantee this is very, very hard to do this year, Brendan.
Yeah, absolutely brutal, because I reckon last year all 5 and 5B would have snuck into my top 10. So we're going to, because there's 6. But anyway, we have...
Here we go. I knew the rules would be broken.
We got Pagan with Black Wash. How that has not made my top 10 actually staggers me, because that album is fucking incredible. Dangerous Curves, So Dirty Right. Yeah. Didn't quite get there. Loved the album. Ablaze with No Chaser has also fallen outside, which is incredible. Moonshifter, Love, Lust, Fire, Dust. Love the band, love the album. It's incredible. Nope, didn't get there. Screaming Eagle, Ride the Tiger. Great album. Didn't make it. Bigger Than Jesus, One for the Road. Mm-hmm. Love the album so bloody much, but also didn't quite get there for me. So... And there was probably 10 more I could have thrown in that list. It was brutal. But, yeah, they're the ones, honourable mentions, didn't make it for me.
This was so fucking hard. And I can guarantee these 5 are going to be in other people's top 10s. I mean, any one of these could actually be a number 1 album. But for me, I just couldn't fit everything into the top 10. So local mentions were Lily with Evolve, Hammerkant, Cycle of Life, Espionage, Digital Dystopia. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Diamond Fox, Aim at the Stars. Fuck, that was good. White Widow, Victory. Yeah.
Well, yeah, look, this was tough. And so these are the local albums that I enjoyed, and they aren't in any particular order because they were all bloody awesome for different reasons. So, look, I'm just going to go alphabetical. Ablaze, No Chaser. Great band, great album. And this band really shines in a live setting, which is the main thing. And what this album did is it really captured what they're like live. The growth. That's what I was about to say. Now, the growth. I mean, I saw these guys live a few times this year. And just the growth in this band, fantastic, phenomenal. Not only that, but they're some of the nicest guys you've got to meet. And, like, they have fun with it, but they put 110% into the band. Like I said before, one of the hardest working bands on the circuit. And you can tell from everything they put into the writing, recording, the arrangement, everything like that. But even the engagement on social media with the fans, second to none. So Ablaze could have easily been in the top 10, just missed. Black Majesty, Children of the Abyss, one of my personal... They just missed it. You guys saw the review, so you know how much I really dig this album.
You and I did the review together.
Yeah. Great band and great album. These guys continue to deliver. And this is 15 or so years into their career. Okay, so they're veterans of the local metal scene stuff. They're one of my favourite power metal bands. I'm pretty picky with power metal bands, or if you want to call them power metal. But these guys just missed it. Look, if these guys lived overseas in Germany or something like that, they'd be huge. Yeah, okay? We really take for granted how good this act is. I went to quite a few local gigs this year. I think Wayne was at a few of them as well. These guys really pull it off as well. And it's not easy stuff to play. The third one, Dangerous Curves, So Dirty Right. Mentioned a few times already. Yep. Seriously, is there a more enigmatic and charismatic frontman than Kim going around right now? Probably not, man. This guy's phenomenal. He does love you. Loves you. Well, he gives you a free T-shirt every gig, doesn't he? And a bra.
Where'd that come from?
As good as this album is, and I've seen this band a few times, the rate at which these guys are improving, especially their live act and getting it together, phenomenal. Really, the sky's the limit for these guys if they keep it together. And they will. I mean, these guys are awesome. And I really love that album. the fourth one is one that I'm pretty sure none of you guys really have on the radar because I haven't, we talk about this stuff and hasn't really been mentioned. But is Jimmy in the crowd? Jimmy's there. Jimmy, write down his name. Dion Bayman. Okay, he's a local. He's a guy from Adelaide. He's writing it down. Album called Better Days. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I love my more melodic rock side of music as well. So if you're into AOR, West Coast kind of music. Artists like Rick Springfield, Richard Marx, even Bon Jovi, a little bit of Heat and Eclipse in there as well.
From Australia.
Definite. What's that?
From Australia.
Yeah, he's from Adelaide. He's from Adelaide.
Can you text me that? Because I can't write it down right now.
I shall text it to you, dear.
Thank you, Nick.
Look, even a little bit of... Even a little bit... Here you go. Here you go. Even a little bit of Keith Urban at times. And I know Keith Urban's country, Nashville and stuff like that, but he's got some huge choruses and stuff. This is an album that you've got to check it out. It's got really big choruses and hooks, and you owe it to yourself to check out this album. It's phenomenal album. This of that list, this is one that really almost made the top 10 of closest out of the rest of them. Dion Bayman. So yeah, check that out. Any other questions from the Peanut Gallery while we're here?
Come on, Jesus,
cool.
Nick.
Okay, cool. Look, if this album came out of nowadays Nashville, stuff like that, this will be huge. But no, Adelaide's not Nashville. So anyway, they're my honourable mentions.
I don't know, it's the backwater.
Oh, no, not much else is coming out of Adelaide nowadays.
Australian audience.
There you go.
This is where the rule breaking begins.
No, here we go.
Begins.
You've already done it.
There's more. So more will be revealed a little bit later.
Well, you haven't got that many clothes left on.
Like Brendan, I also have 6. Man, and this breaks my heart. Every single band I'm about to mention easily could have been in my top 10. Yep. Easily. Yep. Diamond Fox. Mm-hmm. And that fucking hurt. Screaming Eagle, Brendan.
Yep.
Greystone Canyon.
Oh, yeah.
And that was killer, man. Oh, this is hurting me. Yeah, damn straight boo. Yeah. So what the fuck made it, right? Hammercan.
Yeah.
So good. Back to Eden. I lost my shit over that album. I loved it. And like you too, Brendan, Moonshifter.
Yeah.
So that really hurts. Can we please do a top 50 next time?
No. Top 50.
How long do you want us to fucking sit here and film for? I don't think the bar's got that much alcohol in it.
Well, you kind of did a top 20 now anyway.
You can do it on your fucking radio shows. There you go. You got your own platform there. I'm not editing everyone's top 50. Fuck off.
As we're having Ouzo shots. Ouzo and Perno.
Straight no chaser.
Yeah.
There we go. I hope so. Now, for mine, again, as everyone has said, this is incredibly fucking hard this year. And for the record, with my top 10s, I actually sort of held some out of the international side to keep up a top 5 because there were so many local bands that released music this year that was just so amazing. We have one of the best scenes musically in the world right now, and it needs to be celebrated a lot more than it is. Yep, well, I'm happy to say it's the best, but fuck, it's amazing. And this is really hard because cutting down this final, like you get your top 10, and that's usually not as hard as getting what's going to sort of squeeze into your honorable mentions for mine anyway. And this is really hard. And the ones that didn't make it, I feel bad because there's so many quality releases out there that just couldn't quite... Because we were talking about it before, you and I. It's like, okay, what do you want everyone else to really know about versus what really gets you personally? And that's what sort of divides the lines a little bit. So for mine, coming at number 5 for the honourable mentions, Hammercan, Circle of Life.
Great.
Some of the nicest guys you'll fucking meet, but a fucking ripping album. I loved the debut album, Flying Into the Sun, but this beats that comfortably. Moonshifter, Love, Lust, Fire, Dust. And I love those guys to death, but they just... Fuck, it's a great album, but it doesn't quite make it. She-Wolf, The Other Side. A huge fan favourite out there, audience favourite, but just, it's a great album, but not quite. Dangerous Curve, So Dirty Right. It's another one. We're on a par, at least. Coming at number 1 for the honourable mentions, though, is A Blaze No Chaser. Couldn't quite cut into the top 10. I love it. I reckon it's fantastic, but it couldn't quite beat what's in there.
Top 10s are going to be really interesting.
It's going to be interesting. It is. But yes, on that note, we'll move along to our international honourable mentions.
All right.
Cool.
All right. We're getting toward the end of it all, so it's time for the international honourable mentions. As above, no more than 5 can be nominated for this unless you're breaking the rules, which has been done countless times already tonight. I have 2 from Tim that I want to shout out to, and that is, I haven't even heard this. I don't know how to fucking say it. I'm going to do my best. If I'm wrong, get here and do it yourself. The first up is Mole with Jord. It's a Danish band that he found somewhere. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
He's
I
a
know
strange
Tim
cat,
liked
Tim.
it. He's in your fucking band.
I know.
I think it's actually.
Stands to reason.
I think it's actually Moyle, something like that.
The band is Mole.
Oh
The
no, I'm just
album is
making shit
Jord.
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we do that every week anyway. Why should the top 10 be any different?
Moyle.
It's a mole.
Okay. The other honourable mention for Tim is Judas Priest with Firepower. There's an honourable mention.
Honourable
Yep.
mention.
But we're going to throw over to Nikki.
I broke the rules again.
Oh, surprise.
Well, I had 6 local honourable mentions, so I have 6 international honourable mentions, and all will be revealed later. Have another bourbon tricks. All right, Shiraz Lane. I'm considering them international. I guess they're technically not, but Alien Weaponry. Yeah, well, I'm going with it.
New Zealand is not Australia.
It's Australia's 7th state, isn't it?
We claim the good bit, so maybe they are.
Dee Snider.
Yeah.
Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. Ammunition. And this one, oh, I love this album. Kissing Dynamite. Loved it.
Yeah, okay.
That couldn't even make my fucking honourable
Didn't it?
So much stuff. That was a good album.
It was great.
Lots of good albums this year.
Okay, my honourable mentions. Our friends here at the show, Blackstone Cherry, with
Yes.
Family Tree.
Great album.
The album before this, Kentucky, I loved that album, and I actually like this album
fantastic.
more. Yeah, I actually like this album more. Anyone who knows me knows how much I love that album, and I'm saying I love this one even more. I mean, this is a ball terror of an album, absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
There's a lot of variety on it. It swings, and it's like I think it's a more mature album.
It is.
More than anything
It's-
else.
It's more heartfelt too in a lot of
Yeah, and
respects.
I really do hope they come out and visit
They
us
will
again
come
and
out
stuff
again.
like that. They will?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So, Blackstone Cherry, great album. If you're into that kind of stuff, definitely check it out. For me, it's the album of their
Southern hard
career
rock,
so far.
blues rock.
Yeah. Next one, Hardcore Superstar, You Can't Kill My Rock and Roll.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you love hardcore superstar and straight ahead Euro rock like Backyard Babies and Helicopters, you'll love this one. 11 albums into the career, these guys are still delivering the goods. Song songwriting, it's in your face as it ever was. Huge choruses, guitar work on Here to Die For. Great album, and also one of the better gigs of last year as well. So that album, it's fantastic album, and it still couldn't crack the top 10. That tells you the quality of the top 10 that come out this year. Another one's my favourite band. I mentioned it before. One of my favourite bands, Orphanland, Unsung Prophets and Dead Messiahs. I've banged on about this band for a couple of years on the show and stuff like that, but these guys throw everything into their music and kitchen sink and all. I mean, there's Middle Eastern, there's Greek bouzouki, there's Turkish oud, there's death vocals, there's clean vocals, there's everything. These guys are true artists in every sense of the word. I know not many people probably really check them out. They're massive overseas and stuff, but seriously, as the man in the hat once said, do yourself a favour and check them out because you deserve to at least give it a listen. Or there's going to be something in there that you're going to enjoy. My last one is probably one of my favourite prog bands, and Dave, yours might prick up on this one, but Redemption, Long Night's Journey into Day. So they've delivered one of the best prog metal albums of the year, and they've got Tom England from Evergrey on vocals now. And I love that guy's voice, and I love Evergrey. So, and I've always liked the Redemption. So to put that, to hear him singing prog, fantastic, and a lot of melody in this album, and a lot of choruses, and yeah, it's just fantastic album. One of the better prog albums of the year, and definitely something that you should check out. But again, just missed out the top 10.
My honourable mentions would probably be a number one in like a classic rock magazine or any of the mainstream stuff, but just
Classic Wok magazine.
Classic Wok. Fuck.
Chinese cooking.
I don't know how many of these I've had, but it's starting to take effect. Right. Honourable mention in no particular
Fried
order.
rice, you plick.
Camelot with the Shadow Fury. And
okay.
I absolutely love that band. Shiraz Lane, same as you, Carnival Days. Slash, Living the Dream. Just didn't quite make it. There wasn't enough room in the top 10 for Slash.
Wasn't even an honourable mention for me this year.
Fuck. Yeah, the previous album was better.
I love
but it's
Slash.
still, yeah. Judas Priest, Firepower. That is an amazing album, but just not quite for the top 10. And The Cruel Intentions with No Sign of Relief. And I fucking love that album. I love that band, but just wasn't enough room in top 10.
It's because only 10.
I think... No, I've got 4 originals out of the 5, so that's not too bad. Ones that haven't been mentioned. This will probably get me beat up, but I don't really give a shit. Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Justice for
I didn't
None.
think it'd rate the hype for you.
I fucking love that.
It's a great album. I love it.
That album so much. So it was a ripper. Miles Kennedy, Year of the Tiger. The acoustic
That was so
one,
close.
So much better than the Slash album. I just thought that was...
No, it's so personal
absolutely
too.
nailed it. Yeah. Dorothy, 28 Days in the Valley.
Yeah.
I thought it was such a ripping thing. This one, I can't believe it's not in there. Lucifer with 2.
Yeah.
That is so cool, man. I love that album so much. And Dee Snider for Love of Metal.
Didn't make it.
Just didn't make it, but it was ripping it old school and such a great album. If you haven't checked it out and you like your metal, do so. It's cool.
All right. So for mine, the honourable mentions number 5 is the Night Flight Orchestra. Sometimes what ended up. I know you guys don't like it, but remember when we reviewed it, I was the only one that gave it. I gave it a fucking 10. I loved it.
I remember.
And I know it was fucking great TV, but it's an amazing album as far as I'm concerned, but not a top 10 album. It's just outside.
So you gave it a 10 and it's in your honourable mention.
Yeah, because what happens with these things is that you listen to these albums and then you get the time to sit on them and let them grow on you over the time, and then you come to the end of the year and go, shit, that one's... There was one in particular I actually didn't think I'd make it even on mention this year, and it's in my top 10. You had the same problem, I think, too. Number 4, Maverick, Cold Star Dancer. I loved that release. That was so cool, so well done. Hooks for days on that thing. Fantastic. Number 3, Hannah Wicklund and the Stepping Stones.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that album. It's a fantastic release.
Yeah,
Not
agreed.
quite my top 10s, but fuck, if you want powerful female vocals around blazing guitar with like the stoner blues kind of shit, that's the fucking shit right there. Number 2, Judas Priest Firepower. Wow. It couldn't cut in. I loved that album and it didn't make it in.
Wow.
Number 1 for the honourable mentions, probably going to get me lynched. Striker, Play to Win.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I loved it, but not quite there. It's a fantastic release, but
Great
not
album.
quite there. Oh, we'll move on to the Audience Choice Top 10 very shortly.
Bang.
This is the Audience Choice Top 10 where we open up to the audience, and this is pretty much, let's be blunt, all about who can engage their fan base the most to get the result.
Your fault, people watching.
Now, that said, this got really fucking tight toward the end. So let's go to the honourable mentions. So 5 for the honourable mentions first. Now, number 5, Snowy Shore, White is the New Black. That actually polled a lot better than I expected it to do. Number 4 for the honourable mentions is Turbo Negro with Rock and Roll Machine. Cool album. Cool album. Number 3, believe it or not, is Striper, Goddamn Evil. That polled really well. That had a lot of support.
Are we big with the Jesus crowd? We just don't know.
Any
Do you
thoughts?
know how much money is in that crowd? If we're big with the Jesus crowd, fucking pay me because it's great.
Hang on. Any thoughts on that one there, Dave?
I'm going to remain quiet.
Goddamn Evil. All right. Now, the number 2 for honourable mentions goes to the same one that was handed to us on a written piece of paper from a person that rocked in for a quick beer earlier on.
Yeah.
And that is Bigger Than Jesus.
We are
one
big with
for
the Jesus
road.
crowd.
Yeah, I know. We're bigger than Jesus.
Yeah, it's true. Great.
There goes all my funding. So,
Hey, I am fucking Jesus.
Ah.
Yeah, beat that.
are you gay or...
You can have a Jesus off.
Is it a Jesus office?
Jesus wants me.
Okay.
Timmy can join the Jesus off. Timmy.
I'm God.
This is one of those ones that kind of needs to make it to TV, so this will be good. Number 1 for the Audience Choice Top 10 honourable mentions, they just missed out on the top 10, is White Widow Victory.
Okay.
So well done to White Widow on that regard for the fan base engagement. Because I don't think they really engaged with it social media wise. The top 5 really got into it on social media backing, but the bands, some didn't really share it, and they just still did really well, which is actually more of a testament in a lot of respects than the other way around. So the top 10 for Audience Choice. Number 10, Moonshifter, Love, Lost, Fire, Dust. Audience Choice. This is your fan base doing the work for you, so well done to all these bands. Number 9, believe it or not, is Espionage with Digital Dystopia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Number 8, Greystone Canyon, While the Wheels Still Turn. Now, all of these tiers got tighter and tighter as it went along. Number 7, Dangerous Curve, So Dirty Right.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Number 6 is Warbirds with Control.
Yes.
Number 5, She-Wolf, The Other Side.
Yeah.
Number 4, which got a lot of support with the Alien Weaponry crowd, is Alice in Chains with Rainier Fog.
Wow.
A lot of the votes for Alien Weaponry had the second vote as Alice in Chains.
Are they supporting him by any chance?
Huh?
Are they supporting him soon by any chance?
I don't know. I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Number 3, Triple Kill, Age of Rebellion. Well done to that fan base. Number 2 and number 1 were so close for so long. When I was counting it all up, I honestly didn't know which was going to win until the last sort of 5 minutes. It got down to when I was counting it out. Number 2, and this is not any slight at all, because the fan base, when you come down to the ratios, is insane. Ablaze, No Chaser.
Nice.
They came in at number 2, which leaves number 1 as Alien Weaponry with 2. Now, when you compare those fan bases,
Yeah, that's great effort by
that's
Batiste
a
to get up
big
there.
difference in fan base size. So well done to all those bands for the Audience Choice Top 10 and honorable mentions for 2018.
Nice.
All right, time for the big one. This is the top 10 where we started last year, where we started to not differentiate between... We used to have a local top 10 and an international top 10. Now there's been no separation. Second year in a row is the top 10. This is it. This is locals. Go head-to-head with the big ones for all the big backing, all the big money, all of it. This is the definitive top 10. I've got 2 ones to go through before I throw to Jimmy. First up is Dennis's list. Some of these I've not even heard of. I know. Number 10 is Haunt with Burst Into Flame. Number 9, Hidden Intent, Fear, Prey, Demise. Number 8, Jason Becker, Triumphant Hearts. Number 7, Black Slash, Lightning Strikes Again. Number 6, Udo, Steel Factory.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful.
This is Dennis we're talking about. Who knows how many furfies he had when he was fucking doing this thing. Number 5 is Hidden with Twist of Fate. That was pretty cool, though.
That was cool.
Number 4, Striker Play to Win. Number 3, the Night Flight Orchestra, Sometimes World Ain't Enough. Number 2, Judas Priest Firepower. And I can't believe I'm about to read this out as number 1. Ride 5 with Armour of Light.
That's good.
Not that good.
Not that good, but it was good.
Now, for Tim's list. Kane Hill, Lord of Flies.
Yeah.
I knew they'd make the cut. Yeah. Number 9. His list is actually surprising. Number 9, Black Label Society with Grimace Tits.
Okay.
Number 8, Clutch, Book of Bad Decisions.
Wow.
Number 7, Anal Nathrak with A New Kind of Horror.
Wow.
There's his black metal for you. Then number 6, Dorothy, 20 Days in the Valley.
Yeah, great album.
Number 5, Pig Destroyer, Head Cage. We know how much of a fan of Pig Destroying he is. Number 4, Behemoth, I Loved You at Your Darkness. Oh, yeah. Darkest. Yep. Oh, there we go. Some heavy fans back there. Number 3, I didn't expect this from Tim, Ministry with Americant.
Ooh.
That surprised me. Number 2, though, following that is Alice in Chains with Rainier Fog.
What?
Number 1 after that, believe it or not, after our previous segment, is A Perfect Circle with Eat the Elephant.
Really?
Go, Tim.
Really?
Oh, I'm going to have words with Timmy.
Is he in your band anymore?
No, he's out. Any drummers in the audience?
Jimmy. Over to you, Jimmy.
All right. Now, I even wrote these down on my phone, Andrew, believe it or not. Look at this. I'm even getting
run out of ink at least.
technologically...
Challenge.
I need my glasses, but I'm going to go from here. I had some apologies. Can I quickly read them out? Is that all right? Ablaze, No Chaser, apologies. Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army, apologies. Long Distance Calling, Boundless, apologies. Lucifer, Phil Campbell, and Witch Skull.
Hey, Witch Skull.
Yeah. Number 10, Dangerous Curves, So Dirty Right. Love it, love it. Rock and roll, hard rock, beautiful. Great looking guys too. And hang on, who's Kim giving T-shirts to? You?
Me, yeah, all the time.
Where's mine, mate?
Thanks, Rose. Sweaty T-shirt.
Far out. Oh, I've got to go to a gig. Oh. Sorry. All right. Number 9, this pains me to say this, but Espionage Digital Dystopia. Nah, it's a good album. He's a knob, but it's a good album. No, I love him. Who is it? Number 8. You guys can all get stuffed. The Night Flight Orchestra. Sometimes the world ain't enough. It's bloody great.
I'm not alone.
They're all wrong.
Hey, I'm not wrong.
No, you're not.
Top 10.
Yes,
So
yes.
are you saying Jimmy is right?
Yes, Jimmy is right. Yes. Number 7, Palace of the King, Get Right With Your Moneymaker. No one's mentioned that album tonight. I really like that album. I thought it was great.
I love it.
Yeah. Number 6, Striker, Play to Win, Thrash, love it.
Yeah.
Quiet. Number 5, Ghost, Prequel, fantastic album. I used to hate that band. And
Early albums in particular.
yeah, didn't get into them at all. Really grown on me.
You went on record in the early reviews saying you don't understand it. You
Yeah.
just didn't get it.
I still don't understand it, but great songs.
You don't understand a lot.
No. Yeah, where am I up to? Number 4, Judas Priest, Firepower. Man, what a return to form that is. Far out. I've never seen Priest live. Hanging for download. I can't wait. I'm only going for Priest.
We're all going to download.
Yes, woo!
And Priest, that's all we're going for.
Yes. Number 3, Shiraz Lane, Carnival Days. I'd love that album.
Wow.
It's so catchy, poppy hard rock.
Number 3.
Number 3, yep.
Wow. Okay.
Number 2, Pagan, Black Wash, Psycho.
You
Crazy
loved that from the
fucking
start.
album.
You couldn't
yes.
get enough of that one.
Yeah, I've been
It's
listening
because
to
of
it
you
all.
who reviewed it.
Yeah, really? Yeah. Good. It's a bloody great album. Are they from Melbourne? Yeah. Gotta go see them. Really good band. And number 1 album, The Lazies. Tropical Hazards. I tell you what, if that band does not break worldwide in the next 2 years, I'll eat my hat. They are on the verge of something massive, I reckon, that band. Thank you. Yeah, that's my top 10.
Well done, Jimmy.
All right, my turn to embarrass myself.
Yep.
Number 10 for me was Hannah Wickland and the Stepping Stones.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad I'm not alone in that one. because-
mate. Well, I brought
Amazing.
it to you,
Huh?
if you recall.
That's right, yeah, you did too,
'cause me and Di heard it driving to Margaret River,
That's
doing a winery
right.
tour, because that's metal.
It was that, you had Skinny Hobos and...
Yeah, there was another one.
There was another one in there too.
And they're all very... electric... elastic...
Elastic?
Negrito? What's his name?
Negrito.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Awesome. Anyway, number 9, 29 Bones, Electric Killers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, mate, that album is
We haven't
kick-ass.
reviewed it yet, that's
we
why
haven't
it's
reviewed
not-
it yet, that's
it's
right,
coming
but
up, yeah.
I got hold of it and I kept listening to it and I could not leave it out because it is a
2018
2018 release. Number 8 was Triple Kill with Age of Rebellion. That is incredible. Number 7, a band for me that I wouldn't normally put in, Parkway Drive with Reverence. That album kicks some serious fucking ass. Number 6 was Avatar with This Is Avatar Country.
Man, do you know how hard it was to not put that in my list?
Man. Did you bring that one to us?
Yeah,
Yeah, I bought that one here. Yeah.
That was a
good album.
fantastic release. Well done on finding that one for us.
Loved it. Number 5 is Ghost. Prequel.
Yeah.
Nice.
So cool. I think everyone that's listened to it loves it. Number 4 is Lily with Evolve.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing album.
I love that album.
Number 3, Judas Priest. Can't believe it. They got that high for me, but they did. Firepower, an amazing album. Loved it. Number 2 was, he may be a knob, but Espionage. Digital Dystopia. I
You put in
love
that
that
high.
album
We'll
so
never hear the
much.
end of it now.
Yeah. And number 1, I can't go past it, Alien Weaponry with 2.
Yeah.
It's just the best album of the year. I just fucking love it.
Well done.
Okay, my top 10. Number 10 is Dangerous Curves with So Dirty Right. Kim, please. I love the shirts, but no more, please.
Jimmy wants him now. Jimmy wants him now. You can hunt down Jimmy and throw it at him.
You're just getting a dirty, man. It's So Dirty Right.
Oh, here we go. And I'm the
Okay.
one that did that jokes. Okay.
Number 9, Ablaze with No Chaser.
Ah.
Number 3, Warbirds with Control. Great EP.
Mm-hmm.
Divine Ascension, The Uncovering. I fucking love symphonic metal,
Yep.
and these guys, I am so proud to say they're from Melbourne. It is
Yep.
amazing. I can't believe no one's mentioned this. Hailstorm with Vicious. That is an amazing album. I love it.
It's a good album.
Your number 1 made my number 5. The Lazies with Tropical Hazards. We haven't actually reviewed it yet, but
coming
I
up,
listened to it because of what you were saying. But fuck, that's a good album. And yeah, they're huge in Canada. Why the fuck aren't commercial radio in Melbourne playing them? They're from Melbourne.
Because they're shit.
Exactly.
Because Melbourne radio sucks.
So what the fuck? What the fuck does a band have to do? They're proving themselves overseas. You know, fucking just play them.
Dave's
shit.
right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Number 4, and this is where it starts to get really tight because any one of these could have been my number 1. They were number 1, but I keep mixing around and doing my fucking
When you
head.
said number 1, number 4, and tight in the same sentence, I get
1 4
concerned.
tight 4 1, whatever. Take whatever that from you mean. Okay, number 4 was Alien Weaponry with 2 in 1. Number 3, this was my number 1 for a while, but fuck, Greystone Canyon with While the Wheel Still Spins. That is such a fucking amazing album. So many different styles, all perfectly, seamlessly blended together. Until earlier today, this was my number 1. Salem's Lot, Mask of Morality. This is...
Why am I not surprised?
It is like Guns N' Roses for a new generation with a bit of Bowie and a bit of art rock and a bit of thrash all mixed in. It's amazing. A lot of these are just hybrids of
Dave
styles.
is wrong.
You're fucking wrong. Okay, my number 1. This was my number 2, but oh man, this album is fucking amazing. Kill Code with The Answer.
Thought you'd put him in there.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a great album. It's like
Good
old
album.
school hard rock. There's no bullshit. It's just straightforward. Great songs, great performances, amazing band. If you don't know them, check them out.
No, dude, they're a great band.
Yeah, Kill Code, The Answer. Fuck yeah.
All right. Now, this was a very, very tough top 10. I mean, God, 20 albums could have made this top 10. But laws of mathematics say 20 doesn't go to 10. So there you go.
Not normally.
Number 10, Miles Kennedy, Year of the Tiger.
Yeah, that's a great... That was so hard to cut.
Yeah. I couldn't leave it out. It was just a great album, and it's like just so many textures on that album.
Yeah.
Great album. It's probably the
The
best thing there.
storytelling was what hooked me on that. It was fucking...
Yeah, and I got to give props to Wayne for getting me onto that, by the way. I know Wayne's a big Miles Kennedy and Alter Bridge fan, so props, Wayne. Thanks a lot for that one. Number 9, a band I have absolutely no right liking, let alone loving, because I hate this type of music normally, but Behemoth.
Wow.
I love You at Your Darkest.
Okay.
I can't wait to see these guys at Download as well.
It's a great album.
So, yeah, I normally hate black metal with a passion, but I love Behemoth.
You
Actually, I shouldn't
racist.
say that. I should say Behemoth and Emperor are probably my 2 favourites. But other than that, leave the rest of them out. No. Behemoth is cult. Is that what they say? I don't know what the fuck. Anyway,
Oh my God.
another one, a band that hasn't been mentioned. I don't know if you guys know about this band, but a band called Yob, and an album called Our Raw Heart. It's like a doom metal gothic, and it's awesome. And there's a
link
bit of a
us up.
story for that. The singer
I
had
haven't
some
reviewed
kind of disease. The singer had some kind of disease last year. I think it was like a flesh-eating virus thing.
Is that where the name of the band came from? Or?
No, I think this is actually their 3rd or 4th album. But, yeah, the singer had this flesh-eating disease thing like a year ago, and he's it's not my... No, I'm not going to say. No. Almost went there. Not going to say. Great album. Just... I'm going to get on... No, anyway.
Come on, move.
Number 7. So Jimmy's number 1 was my number 7, The Lazy's Tropical Hazards. Like what this man here said, how the fuck can this band be doing so well overseas? And they're our local band, they're from New South Wales. People don't give a shit about them here. Why do you not get it?
It's not they don't care, it's just they don't know about them.
They don't know about them, but
Difference.
But like Dave said, what does a band have to do to fucking break in this country?
Spend $1 million with AAA?
ridiculous. Yeah, it's number 6
One
with
plate.
me is my current number 1 progressive metal band, Haken. Dave, that's one
okay.
you've got to get onto. It's an album called Vector. Now they're touring this year as well, so if you're into Dream Theater, definitely get onto Haken. Haken is... Well, look, Dream Theater's kind of dropped the ball
Back
for me the
again,
last
are they?
couple of albums, but Haken is awesome. So
They come back again, are they?
yeah, not too long.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So definitely get onto the thing. Fantastic live band as well. So number 5, I thought when this came out, I thought this was going to be my number 1 for the year, but it slipped to number 5. Judas Priest with Firepower. What a fucking return to form for this band. I know we always joke about the Judas Priest Iron Maiden debate, but if you put this up against the last couple of Maiden releases, Judas Priest blows them out the water. Fantastic album. Not one filler track on it, which has been my kind of critique about Judas Priest albums in the past. This thing, ball terror from start to finish. Jimmy, I don't know how you didn't mention his Treat. Tunguska at number 4. I love Treat. I've loved Treat since like the 90s, something like that. Their last 3 albums, they did one a couple of years ago called Coupe de Grace. That's probably my favourite album of the last maybe 10 years. Good, yeah. Great album. This is right up there with it. In parts, it actually tops it. Love it. And number 4, this is another album that I thought was going to be number 1. This and Judas Priest came around about the same time, I think. But Ghost with Prequel. Always been a big Ghost fan, and just the band just keeps getting better and better for me. So
I agree with that.
Actually, that's another Download's great this year. Fucking hell. Yeah.
See you there.
Yeah. It's like The Simpsons. You could probably freeze frame when the penny dropped.
When the heart got broken.
Number 2 for me, Wet with Earth Rage.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love Eclipse so much. I bought the T-shirt. Talisman, work of art. It's melodic rock. It's Jeff Scott Soto. It's the guys from Eclipse writing it. Fantastic. If you're into your melodic rock, check that out because they are the cream of the crop right now for me. I know people say Heat and Eclipse. You put this band together with the 3 people making it up. Awesome. Number 1, Amorphous, Queen of Time. I had the album cover up here before.
Cool.
Up until probably a month ago, this wasn't even in the top 10. You know, and going through it and putting together honourable mentions. First, I made the honourable mention. I go, nah, it's too good. It's got to go in the top 10. Got into like 10 or 8. Listened to them all again. Nah, it's going to go up to 7, to 6. Made its way up to number 1. Love this album. Finish, I guess I know, what is it? Like,
it's different. I
yeah,
don't know how to
it's like it's
that
everything in this. Just a fantastic album. Long listen as well.
Yeah.
Do not get sick of this album at all. And I've heard it quite a few times over the last month or so. But look, as much as I like all those top 10, that one really stood out for me. So there you go.
Cool.
Oh, everyone's throwing things at me. I love it.
Take it.
She says, pretending it's the first time.
So, I broke the rules.
Really? No shit.
There's only 10, so let me start by saying there's only 10.
How can you break the rules when there's only 10?
Dude, I am a dickhead. It bit me in the ass so hard. So, I thought I'd be smart, and I fucking wasn't. I thought I'd be smart. I thought, I'm going to make my top 10s just local releases, and that's why Shiraz Lane and Dee Snider and Ammunition weren't in my top 10. Alien Weaponry, my God. No, boom, dickhead, because my top 10 was probably a top 25. I struggled with this so hard, and that's why Greystone Canyon as an example are not in there, and that was bloody brilliant. So number 10, no one's talked about this band, THRS, Rapture. Bloody fucking awesome, and I only discovered that like a month ago, and it just got to me, man. It's really good. My God, that chick, wow. Genevieve, that's it. Yeah. Oh, I loved it. Andrew, you put me onto this one, and this is not going to surprise you at all. Okay, but I don't think anyone else resonated with it the way I did. Dream on Dreamer.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it comes, it goes. I loved it. Number 8, Wayne, The Ascended. I really liked that album. It was called Awaken Within. This is where it just was almost flip a coin shit, man. This one I listened to non-stop. This was one of those ones that I just had on repeat, and I think it's only got like 5 songs on it. Fight the Sun, self-titled EP. Oh, loved it. Number 6, Look at My Tits, Espionage, Digital, whatever that word is that I can't say. It's because Trigger have a song, Dysphoria, and it's ruined me forever.
There you go, then. That's a title of the next album, Look at My Tits.
Ruined me forever.
Number 5, you guys would have heard me bang on about this band, Nabarus with Hollow. I loved it. Number 4, I did put Dangerous Curves in my top 10. So Dirty Right. And See You Again was an honourable mention for my Song of the Year. Oh, loved it. Kiss Vibe. Rah. Kiss Vibe, but different. Number 3, Warbirds, Control EP. So fucking good. This is where it just went to shit, man. What? It's so eloquent, Mr. Brown. My God, what day is it? What's number 1? This man hurt my soul. I did give number 2 to A Blaze No Chaser. That album, to me, was fucking amazing. And the songs were so varied. They've grown so much, but no 2 songs are the same on that album. They've all got depth, difference. I loved it. I truly did. I just played it over and over and over again. And someone on this panel mentioned what great guys they are. They've been on my show, they've been on Brendan's show, they've been on Byron's show. They've obviously been on the Hard Rock Show. I mean, they're fucking accessible. They're awesome. They work their ass off, and they deserve everything that comes to them. And the album is an absolute cracker. Love. Number one, no one is going to be surprised with this. As a matter of fact, who wants to guess it? Because if you don't know me at all.
Night Flight Orchestra. Nah.
Andrew has nailed it.
Is it local?
Yeah.
Oh, Cross On.
Oh, God.
Triple kill. Age of Rebellion, absolutely outstanding. This is one of the bands I saw the most in 2018. But why I've given them number one is because that album just got to me. I gave Lords of Cinder an honourable mention in my Song of the Year. I fucking love it. And if you love melodic rock, if you love bloody guitars, get on that shit, Stat.
Stat. All right. For my top 10 for 2018, so we're nearly at the end, folks. Coming in number 10, and I loved this release, and I don't normally go for this genre of music. It usually is okay with me, but not top 10 worthy, and this is Divine Ascension, The Uncovering. I fucking loved that album. That's a really, really good album. Number 9 is your number one, Triple Kill, Age of Rebellion. If you like metal with a bit of tongue-in-cheek in it, done really fucking well, that's the one to check out. Number 8, which is fucking painful, is Espionage with Digital Dystopia. I'm glad Dennis isn't here tonight because there's no fucking coping with that head. On his beer, obviously, of course. That's what we're talking about. Number 7, moving right along, Warbirds, Control. Very rarely does an EP stay with me as long as that one has. It's been a full 12-month cycle for that EP, and it's stayed with me for that entire time. That song, fuck, just, I can't get enough of it. And that, yeah, it's a great song, isn't it? My Symphony is the song I'm talking about, in case you were watching earlier on, for the latecomers. But Warbirds Control, number 7 for me. It's just a great EP. If you haven't heard that band, you haven't seen them live, fucking do yourself a favour, seriously. Number 6. This wasn't even in contention earlier this year because it's a great album, but I thought it wasn't going to hold up. Alice in Chains, Rainier Fog. That has grown and grown and grown on me, and it's insidious. It's one of those albums where as much as you think, yeah, it's good, but you put it away. But something drags you back to it all the time, and I can't stop going back to it. It's the one you know, that song, the one you know, that riff just drives back to the whole album. I just can't get enough of listening to it. I'm a big Alice in Chains fan to begin with, but that album is really fucking good, really insidious. It just gets under your skin. Number 5, Lily, Evolve. Love that band, love that release. It's fucking fantastic. Number 4, Dee Snider for the Love Metal. The reason why is because it was such a fucking surprise. Like, it's so metal. Like, it's got Jamie Jasper and all that sort of stuff attached to it, but it's just, you did not expect to hear that. When Jodie came in, when I was listening to it for a review, I've gone, guess who this is? No idea at all. Couldn't have picked it was Dee Snider. And that's the cool thing about it, that someone who's getting close to, 70 odd years of age is going to jump in and do that. Fuck yes.
You reckon Clive Palmer's got that in his top 10?
Clive Palmer can suck my fucking dick.
Whoa, I got a text from him today.
Fat bastard.
Yeah,
No, what we need.
I do.
You know how Clive Palmer,
Yeah.
Clive Palmer is a fucking meme lord. We're not to the bin yet. No. That's coming up in the next filming. But the what we need is a meme of, if someone can do this out there, please do it. Clive Palmer and Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. We need one of those out there for the internet. Thank you, please. I want one of them. Get in my belly. Number 3, Parkway Drive, Reverence. I cannot... Great album. I love that album. And the thing is, right, I didn't mind... What was that previous album? Aya. Yeah, that was cool. But what this one did and what it could do for this band... It's amazing. I love the work. I don't normally get into that style of music too much, but this album, fucking, it's great. Number 2, Alien Weaponry with 2. I love it. I reckon it's fantastic. It's so hard to pick between 1 and 2, but this is fucking, I love that album. What you were saying about Kai Tangata, how that, it just makes you feel something. The whole album does that. It's fantastic. The fact that it's in Maori doesn't mean anything because it still gets you. Somehow it just gets into you. Number 1, And this is where it comes down to those ones where you think about what people like. Alien Weaponry are great, but they've got a really huge future. I think the band that is right now is Ghost.
Oh, wow.
Prequel. And this is probably the second time they've been number one for me as well. And I just think that album is not only fantastic for me personally, but it's so damn accessible to anyone. They have the clip for Rats.
Except Die.
Well, okay. I'm sorry, Die. Sorry, Die. But the clip Rats even has like Michael Jackson-esque dancing in it. Like they have nailed how to cross over into the mainstream while also being true to the rock and metal cause. And that's what makes it my number one for me this year. It's not just about personality, but what's going to cross over into the world. And I think that's why they're getting so much press and publicity at the moment. Anyway, that's it from us. Let us know your top 10s out there. We'll move along. Well, thank you all for tuning in and thank you all for turning up here at High Love with us tonight. This is the end of our top 10s of 2018. Special thanks to Warbirds who opened the night for us. Let's hear it for Warbirds, folks. Special thanks to Damnation's Day who will be playing after us to actually really entertain you. And a special thank you again to all the team here at Honourable Love for hosting us once again and putting up with our fucking stupidity. Let's hear it for the bar. Down the bar. Details at the bottom of the screen. Unless you're here with us tonight, which is not going to be good for you. But details are there for social media channels. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the rest of it. We also have YouTube, which is critically important to us. And let's see if Dave grabs the microphone this time. We also have
THRS Radio, Andrew, best radio station in the universe. You want to hear it? Listen to it. We're cool. You just don't know it.
It's just not cool to plug your own shit and say you're cool. But anyway.
My mum says I'm cool.
He has a baseball cap on backwards. He's like totes cool, man.
Fred Durst fears me, man.
Oh, here we go.
Rolling.
Oh, can we not? Okay, this is our top 10. This is like the benchmark of the year. Let's not fucking sully it with that shit. All right, we also have a Patreon page out there, so please, if you feel like supporting us to get better at this shit, then do so. We also have sponsor packs out there, so thank you for that, and thank you for your support of that, good sir. We'll be back again here Friday, February 9 for our Anthrax vs. Slayer special. More details to come soon. Before we get to the bin, I do have something I would like to say at the very end. Does anyone else have a closing address? No? Okay, cool. All right, this won't be long. Just wanted to say thank you to all of you out there, both here and watching out there online or on television, take your pick, for being a part of another year of the Hard Rock Show. We love the support that we get out there. We love the hate you give us as well when you don't agree with us. It's actually fantastic. We actually genuinely enjoy all of it. So it's I love the passion that it brings out people. And they're either for or against something we say. I love the passion that it brings out. It's fantastic. There's no right or wrong in this. And that's the beautiful thing about it. On a more personal note, a thank you to all the people that have been on the show this year, which includes you up here with me tonight. Aww. And Jimmy down there as well, and whoever else is kicking
Jimmy
around. We've grown the show the last 12 months in particular. We've really expanded the panel and how we do things. And to all of you and your better halves or significant others or whatever's important, so Di, that's you out there as well. Thank you to you guys and to those most important to you, because from the bottom of my heart, we wouldn't be able to do this without all of you guys.
True that.
But also, on that note, yes, to Jody.
Yeah.
All right.
Stop clapping yourself, Jody.
A huge thank you. Now, no one out there has any idea the amount of torture I put her through doing this shit. And each and every year this goes on. I've been doing this since 2011, and she's been there pretty much from the start, and I put her through the fucking ringer doing this shit. Our life is crazy. You have no idea, but I couldn't think of anyone better to do it with, apart from her, with my side in all things. She does so much more than anyone knows behind the scenes. Without her, none of this is possible, so thank you to Jodie for her endless, tireless support. Ow! All right, now it's time for everyone's favourite part of every week, and particularly for the year. It's time for The Bin. The Bin! And Brendan has requested to go first.
Oh, just because I'm going to rant, because fuck. Now,
you've never done that before at all.
We're in... What, we early mid-January at the moment, so it's about to ramp up, and as this time goes to air, this will be in full swing. The Australia Day argument.
Oh, here we go.
can the argument just get in the fucking bin? I don't give a shit what side of the argument you're on. If you want to keep the date, fuck off. You can eat a lamb chop and wear a bloody Australia flag as a cape any day of the year. It doesn't matter, so your opinion doesn't count. Go the fuck away. Now, if you're on the other side where you think we should change the date, fuck off. You can't argue that that date doesn't have cultural significance, because it fucking does. If you take it away, all these issues that you claim to care about disappear. This date actually shines a light on the things you claim to give a shit about. About Aboriginal healthcare, Aboriginal life, all these kind of things that you claim to know about. So take that energy that you're using to change the date on a fucking calendar, which is just an arbitrary number to fucking point out where we are in our rotation around the fucking sun. Take all that energy and use it for something fucking useful. Rather than waste all our fucking time, we'll have 5 years of this debate to go back and forth like we did with gay marriage, a waste of everyone's fucking time. So just, both sides, shut the fuck up. Thank you.
Agree with that.
Thank you.
He's here all night.
Okay. Guns N' Roses.
Hang on. Are you actually going to bin your favourite band?
I'm not done yet. Dream Theater. AC/DC.
Because it didn't release new albums this year, is that why?
Nightwish. And any other fucking band that tours and insists on playing the same set list night after night for the entire fucking tour. Don't you get bored playing the same thing? Mix it up a bit. Guns N' Roses back in the day would play a different set list every night. Dream Theater would play 3-hour fucking shows a few years ago and it'd be a different set list every fucking night. Recently, bands are just playing the same thing over and over again. Surely they must get fucking bored. I mean, they at least have set list A and set list B like Metallica did on the Black Tour, the Black Album Tour. And on the World Magnetic Tour, they were playing different fucking songs every fucking night.
Poorly.
Well, maybe,
Don't do that.
maybe that's why
That's
Lars
not
was
true.
sucking at his fucking drumming, because he was trying to give fans something different every night.
I actually agree with you wholeheartedly.
But yeah, AC/DC, they do the same fucking show all the time. I mean, it's great, but fuck, they must get bored.
Wow. I did not see that one coming. He actually binned Guns N' Roses. I might actually put that on a loop for 5 hours on YouTube.
That's going to be my new ringtone.
Okay, I know... I can't. I know this is going to get binned tonight, another night, something like that, but I'm going to get in first. But Clive Palmer, I've got to do it.
We need a bigger bin.
Had to be, yeah.
We need a bigger bin.
Yeah, we need a fucking... What is a dumpster to put that bastard
We need a black hole for that fat bastard.
Skip.
Seriously, just
Skip ain't going to fit on.
to echo the words of a great man over here, just shut the fuck up, Clive. This is a guy who's like, he's delusional. He does not know anything about copyrights, anything like that. He says, oh, you know, well, I changed the words to that Twisted Sister song to what is, Australia ain't gonna cop it. So yeah, all of a sudden it's my song.
Terrible.
He then turns around and says that we're not gonna take a song. Hey, Dee didn't even write it. It's what's that? It's an old Christmas carol or something like that.
Carol.
Come all ye faithful.
Yeah.
Seriously, Clive, just shut the fuck up. And you know what? He's actually picked the wrong person to take on because
D-Sider is smart.
Dee toured the PMRC and you won exactly 30 years ago, almost this week.
That thing,
He's here in a couple of weeks and stuff, so he must be salivating. He must be loving
chomping
this,
at the
right?
bit for this.
Yeah, it's just the guy's delusional. Okay, yeah, is it an election year? Why is he even fucking piping up for one? And is it an election year or something like that? What is it?
No, he's
yes,
just a twat.
technically it is.
Is it? Yeah, and he's saying that, oh, you know, Dean's using this for publicity. No, Dean doesn't need the publicity. You do. Why did I get a fucking text message off you today, you bastard?
I didn't get one. I feel left out.
Yeah, I got one.
I didn't get one.
Yeah, so Clive, just get in the bin, man. It's like, yeah.
That might fit his pinky.
Probably.
Thanks, Nick. Okay. My bins are just so lame compared to yours. I have two. The first one's you, Andrew Brown, in the bin.
Fuck you too, then.
Is it just because he likes Night Flight August?
No.
Someone's getting fired. It really fucking sucked. Only 10. Put the internationals in with the fucking local.
Do your own
bands.
radio show. You can edit that shit. I'm not editing it for you.
It was hard. It makes me sad. I know, right? The second one I'm going to put in the bin is like, there's nothing anyone can do
She broke
about
rules
it.
here too. She can't pick one.
Why have one when you can choose many options, Andrew? Now, the second one, right? it's one of those things you can't change. It's just shit. It's like people whinge about trucks in the right-hand lane and
That's me.
roadworks.
That sucks.
And I'm looking at you, Jimmy, wherever Jimmy's gone.
Behind
You
Jody.
can't change this one. You just have to suck it up. But it really fucking sucks. I hate it so bad when there's like 3 wicked fucking gigs on the same night.
Yes.
As an example,
Yeah.
tonight, here we are. We're awesome.
There's a few
I
gigs on
believe
tonight.
Dead City Ruins might be playing tonight.
They are.
I
Fast
believe
Track.
Dangerous Curves, Torrential Thrill, and Fast Track are
Yep.
playing tonight. Now, obviously, I want to be here, but the point is, when I'm not here,
thank
there's
you.
a million fucking gigs on, and I have to keep choosing between them. Boo.
So before you book a gig, check with Nikki.
Please do.
Good luck with that.
Especially if you're a band in my top 10, thanks.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. There are 7 nights of the week. How many weeks of the month in the year? All right, I agree with Clive Palmer in the bin. Also, Arch Enemy can fuck off getting them into on that note too
Yep.
for stealing artist rights.
I can't believe we didn't mention
Fuck
that.
those.
Wow.
I can't say it on TV, can I? No, I won't do it. All right, my actual bin though is, I can't believe it's been brought up. Eddie Trunk, fuck you.
Oh.
Following him on Twitter, he says he's not going to do a top 10 for 2018 because he thought there were not enough good music releases. Fuck you, get off your ass and find some good goddamn music because we fucking struggled. If you can't find 10 albums that impressed you in 2018, you aren't doing your fucking job, which is in the media to promote music. Fuck you, in the bin.
Nice.
You're a schlep, you're shit at your job, you don't know what you're talking about if you can't find 10 albums. If you can't find 10 that are good, fuck you.
Nice. Yeah, that's it. His mates didn't release any albums.
I know.
this year.
Kiss didn't do anything new.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Well,
Well,
they
Ace
announced
Frehley
another
did, but
farewell
that's
tour.
not-
Anyway, that's it for this week, and that's it for this month, and that's it for 2018. Thank you all for tuning in. Jimmy, you want to quickly jump up here for the outro, or are you going to fucking... Okay, cool. Here we go. Well, he's on a hamstring again.
Jimmy.
It's not the first time he's on a hamstring. All right. So, for our top 10s of 2018, let's sign off. Until next week, I'm Andrew.
I'm Nikki.
I'm Nick.
I'm Dave.
Jimmy.
Brendan.
As always...
Drink up.
Rock on.
Stuff.
Let's get fucked up.
Get wasted, man.
I need a prop for this.
Go and get your prop then.
Anthony, can you grab that Aldi bag, please? That's behind the box. Yeah, that one. Be real gentle with it.
We're flying through tonight, so we're not boring anyone for this one.
Oh, don't say that.
Just yet.
Fine. Who said that?
Your fiance.
That one you put
Thank
a ring
you.
on it?
Oh, here we go. What do we got here? It's the last minute vote. Don't worry, they got in there. It's a last minute vote.
Oh, that's actually cute.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Do you want to get up here and talk about it later on? Why am I not? I'm used to that statement by now.
You can't
It's
be
like-
worse than us, seriously.
You all right? You sure? You know how much you look like Garth right now? Hey, I'm not the only one that thinks that, right? There.
Well, you've got the bin.
Yeah, because we're going to put it in the bin.
The most disappointing release goes in the bin.
Yes.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh. All
The
right.
description literally is the most disappointing release. What release was the most disappointing, worst you found in 2018? Announce it and it'll go in the bin.
Okay, I'll justify my
Read the
reasoning
fine
when we get
print,
there.
Do you want to go first?
Nah, last.